Coming up, we're walking you through how to use it.
92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Are you looking to build a boat dock, boat lift, or a seawall? Hello, I'm Jimmy Williamson of Williamson Brothers Marine Construction. My brother Joe and I, along with our children, represent the fourth generation of a tradition that began with my grandfather back in 1967. And it's a tradition of building something that you can be proud to put your name on. If you need a boat dock, boat lift, or seawall, call Williamson Brothers at 844-WB-BUILT. Our docks, boat lifts, and seawalls are constructed with materials that pass the test of time. We only use stainless steel fasteners, marine-grade aluminum boat lifts, and the strongest deck board in the industry, Wear Deck. It's the last deck board you will ever need. And lastly, our seawalls. We build them with enough concrete and steel that they come with a lifetime warranty. If you need a boat dock, boat lift, or a seawall, call Williamson Brothers at 844-WB-BUILT. We're online at WBDocks.com. That's WBDocks.com.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Unless you want more of your hard-earned dollars going to the government, you need to pay attention to what I'm about to say. Now, the president's tax cuts, they may be on the way out, and it's not just your income taxes that could go up. Joe Biden's plan also includes increasing the estate tax, which means that the legacy you leave for your loved ones, well, that could be a lot smaller than you had hoped. So now more than ever is the time for you to be proactive instead of reactive with your retirement planning. That's why you should call my friend Alfie Townsend and his team at Advantage Retirement Group. Call now 239-747-1163. Alfie is a CFP professional, and he'll make sure that no part of your financial life is overlooked when planning for retirement, including taxes. With help from Alfie Townsend and Advantage Retirement Group, 239-747-1163.
Investment advisory services offered through Townsend Advisory Group, LLC, a registered investment advisor in Florida.
Welcome to the world of smart floors. Be inspired by Naples' newest and best floor gallery with the highest quality of floor coverings. Smart Floors is celebrating the opening of their new location next to Home Goods in the Park Shore Plaza. For the best in carpet, ceramic tile, hardwood, and luxury vinyl, let Smart Floors inspire you. Visit smartfloorsusa.com.
When shopping for new floor, we stand for so much more. Smart service, smart prices, Smart Floors.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 6 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
He won't be signing any orders today. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Biden taking a break from his flurry of executive actions he says is undoing Trump damage, like with health care yesterday.
Restoring the Affordable Care Act and restoring the Medicaid to the way it was before Trump became president.
The pen's getting a little bit of a breather today. The president was supposed to sign several orders pertaining to immigration, rolling back Trump-era policies, but Fox News learning that some or all are being punted to next week. No explanation from the White House for the delay.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. Republicans are critical of the dozens of Biden actions. Senator Ron Johnson tells Fox
he's just flooding the zone, and he's just satisfying every desire of the radical left wing of his party.
President Biden has reportedly named a special envoy to Iran, Robert Malley, who helped craft the 2015 international nuclear deal the U.S. might rejoin. Fox's Simon Owen has more live.
Dave, Iran is refusing to blink first in a face-off with the U.S. over its nuclear deal. The Biden administration says the U.S. will not rejoin the agreement until Iran stops violating the terms. The Iranian foreign minister has just pushed back, insisting the U.S. should come back to the deal first to make up for President Trump's withdrawal. The minister says requiring Iran to dial back before that happens is not practical and will not happen. Dave?
Simon, the GameStop stock roller coaster may go back up as more trading will be allowed today, the day after it lost nearly half its value when the Robinhood online stock trade app restricted GameStop, angering investors who've been buying it up, taking on hedge funds, betting it'll drop. Robinhood defended itself, saying
it was a risk management decision and was not made on the direction of the market makers we route to. This says it was hit with 2 lawsuits last night. Now the New York AG is involved and is reviewing the company's decision to restrict trading of stocks.
That's Ashley Strohmeyer. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News traffic.
Good Friday morning. We have a disabled vehicle on Vanderbilt Beach Road at Logan Boulevard, seeing eastbound and southbound delays at that intersection in Collier County. So avoid it if you can for the time being till that vehicle gets removed from the intersection. Looking good along 75 throughout Collier, Lee, and Charlotte counties. And we are crash-free as far as the morning commute goes right now throughout Southwest Florida. If you're heading out of the bridges between the Cape and Fort Myers, should be an easy couple-minute drive in each direction. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the cold start, a nice rebound, but still cool this afternoon. High temperature of 71 degrees with a lot of sunshine and just a few passing clouds. Another chilly one for your Saturday morning, 40s and 50s, mid-70s with a mixture of sunshine and clouds by the afternoon. Small limited chance of rain on Sunday, but most are fairly quiet, as we will see sunshine and increasing clouds with a high temperature in the mid to upper 70s. Next opportunity for some rain is going to be Monday morning with our next cold front. Scattered showers early, then we dry out and get ready for another dose of some chilly weather Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Drew Steele in the morning and Trey Radel in the afternoon. 2 doses of what cures liberalism. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Not 10, not 5, or even 2.9%. Southwest Florida. In 2021, Sutherland is doing something never done before. 0% APR financing on used cars. During the exclusive 0% event at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Get unprecedented 0% APR financing on used cars. Save thousands in finance charges and pay the bank no interest for your car. Shop Southwest Florida's largest used car dealer with the biggest selection of certified pre-owned Nissans, Hondas, Toyotas, and Fords. Now, get 0% APR financing. Even get 0% APR financing for up to 84 months on new Nissans, like the Titan truck. Yes, 0% on new, too. Don't miss the 0% event with never offered 0% APR financing at your used car megastore. Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and the all-new Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral right now. Shop online at nissansales.com or capecoralnissan.com. If it doesn't say Sutherland, you paid too much.
With approved credit, see dealer for details.
Keeping your home and business cool is a struggle, but now you can be the insider on how it all works and how to keep it running when the heat is on. Join Matt and Justin from Island Air right here on Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. for the Island Air Hour, providing quick and effective solutions for commercial and residential air conditioning and heating systems. If you have a question about your system, you can call us right now at 239-747-1550, and we'll be glad to help. Serving Southwest Florida since 1972.
Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Hollywood, Florida's getaway destination, is playing your song. Come discover your rhythm safely with our industry-leading Safe and Sound program, including stringent sanitary protocols like face masks, temperature checks, and consistent cleaning and sanitizing throughout the casino. And more space for you to stay, play, and dine. When you're ready for good, clean fun, come to the home of the world-famous Guitar Hotel, Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT.
Brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Remember, customize and save with Liberty Mutual Insurance Company. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
It starts with a call. With one call, you can start seeing your future more clearly. If your financial picture is cloudy because you're getting conflicting tax, investment, and estate planning advice, help is a call or a click away. Annex Wealth Management's team works to get your investment plan in line with your tax plan and your estate plan. Build confidence with one team working to create one comprehensive plan as a fee-only fiduciary. Annex Wealth Management. One team, one plan, one fee. AnnexWealth.com.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Great to see you. Great to have you here. What's the matter? I know I forgot to push the button. Nothing. Yeah, that's okay. Hey, it's Drew Steele along with Jake the Millennial. You know, we are Daybreak 239-479-5592. That's the talk and text line. Anytime you want to call Friday, hey, what the heck. We can almost do the thing all day today. We stream live if you want to watch. Our mobile way to watch is drewsteele.com, so you can go to the website there. Actually, you can watch on your computer as well. Even on, you watch on your phone. You can watch on your your mobile device, your computer, and then YouTube and Facebook, both facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio, and you can watch the program as it unfolds before your very eyes. As I'm adjusting the camera right now, you can't. It's difficult to keep up with the news cycle right now. Everybody notice that, how difficult it is right now? Because it feels like an eternity that we were talking about John Kerry and the climate advisor, and that was just yesterday. And just like that, you've got all different issues that are popping up where the information just it's trying to get all of this information and drink it out of a fire hose. It's unbelievable how fast things are happening. Even with the GameStop issue, how it went from the retail buyers going against the hedge funds and being able to do that until it seems like behind the scenes, maybe a couple of people made a couple of calls and says, hey, maybe you need to stop doing this, and kind of shut it down. And then Robinhood, the actual app, the website that allows for the little guys, the retail guys, to go out there and buy stock, and they're like, there's certain stocks that we're not going to allow you to. How is that free market? How does that work? How do you do that? It's almost as if they did it to kind of calm down the buying so that the hedge funds could catch up and minimize losses or something like that. I'm not saying that happened, but it really is odd. And then they come back and say, all right, now we can open it up limited buying, and there it goes through the roof again, and everybody's. And I didn't want to get right into the whole GameStop issue, and if you want to talk about this morning, that's fine, because there's other things going on, including the fact that Andrew Cuomo has been called out now as a liar. Either he's a liar or he's incompetent, and it's amazing how the media and the Hollywood elites never saw that, never believed it. And the sad truth about it is that even though we come to find out the nursing home deaths were underreported, extremely underreported. Governor Cuomo in New York, who insisted that it was a political witch hunt, if you will, against him. And I'll play the audio of him actually saying that. And then the media fawning all over him and loving on him and everything else. The sad truth is that if Andrew Cuomo ran again for governor of the state of New York, he would win, and he would win bigly. That's the sad part, because they'll spin their way out of this. So I was mentioning to Jake before we get to, I was just going to say this. I was mentioning to Jake earlier that, as I was talking to people about the whole GameStop issue, and now you've got Elon Musk getting involved with something else. What is it? Dogecoin? Is that what it's called?
Doge. But yeah.
Doge?
Yes, Doge.
Now you got Dogecoin. What is this thing? And this thing's up 800%. What is that?
It's the meme Bitcoin. You know what a Doge is? It's a meme.
Okay.
And the Doge was created during like one of the booms of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
By a memer, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And the guy named it Dogecoin. It's a meme coin. It's a meme.
It's a meme and it's got as much, and look, and here's the thing, all of these things have as much value as you decide to put in on it. If they say Dogecoin is worth, it's up 800%, Elon Musk had something to say with moving this crazy train into a completely different direction, and he mentions it, and there it goes, kind of like a Bitcoin situation. If people put value in it, it's...
Are you going to buy some?
I don't even want to think about this. I'm still trying to... The whole GameStop issue thing is still... But I was mentioning to this to Jake, and... this I thought was just as I was having conversation, was an interesting thought, and it's this. That the reason why GameStop was the one out of, look, there are a lot of stocks that are shorted, just close to as much as GameStop. I mean, I think Dillard's is shorted like 86%. Bed Bath & Beyond was shorted like 110%. These negative shorts. Right? Okay, there's a lot of companies, right? But why GameStop? Why was that the number one? Why was that the one that took off? And the theory that I have behind it is that it wasn't a thought out process that GameStop was the one that they were going to go to because of particular numbers. Like I said, because others had numbers as well. it seems like GameStop was the one that they went to on this Reddit blog because this is for millennials and a lot of the retail people that were on Wall Street Bets, the Reddit site, is because it was sentimental to them. It meant something to them. These millennial kids grew up with GameStop. How many families do you know of? I know my nephews and my niece and how they used to go to GameStop all the time. They couldn't wait. They would wait in line when there would be these lines to get into GameStop because a brand new game would come out and it would take hours for them to get. It was, right?
Some would even stay the night and stuff.
Yeah, right. And so it's the one thing that Wall Street takes out that I think the rest of us put into it, which is the emotion of the bet, the emotion of the stock, the emotion of looking at it's like when you go and you bet on a horse and horse racing, and people sometimes will handicap. They look and they see how the horse has done in the past few races and how he is on a wet track as opposed to a dry track, and if he how well he does on an outside post or an inside post. You handicap the race, and there's some people that walk up and go, "Oh, that's a pretty horse. Look at the name. My aunt's name is Mary," and they bet on the horse. It's emotional, and I think for many people, and Jake could tell me whether this is true or not as a millennial and somebody who's had been on this Wall Street Bets board and knew about this long before I did, that I think that GameStop to people was an emotional play. For them, it was, hey,
nostalgic.
It was nostalgic, and I want to keep this company alive. I don't want it to go away.
See, because we already lost Toys R Us.
Right.
We lost a bunch of companies.
Look at that. Think about it. I mean, this is just a side that nobody's talking about, and I'm just bringing it up. As I had the conversation, it's like, it's true. For these millennials, this wasn't oh man, I found the one place that we could go to get rich. It was, hey, no, we're not going to shut down GameStop. That is a bridge too far, everybody.
Staple in our culture.
Right. It's a millennial staple. You can't do this to me. I want to keep this going. And that's kind of what happened. And I don't know that people are talking about that. I think I'm the only one that brought that up. It's just an aside in the GameStop story. That's all. And maybe I'm wrong. And maybe you think I'm crazy. 239-479-5592. And that's okay. All right, so I want to move on from that because just like that, boom, you've got other stories that are popping that are even more unbelievable. I cannot believe, it started yesterday that New York's death toll from coronavirus-related nursing home deaths may be much higher than what was reported by the state, especially in the months after Governor Andrew Cuomo issued a mandate requiring facilities to accept COVID-positive patients, regardless of whether those facilities were equipped to handle it. That was the story early yesterday from the Daily Wire as they talked about the nursing home deaths, massively undercounted. And people were like, thank you. You couldn't tell us that this wasn't happening, even with Hollywood and media that were fawning over Andrew Cuomo, protecting his legacy. What? Maybe because in the future he's going to be running for office, higher office? Probably. Maybe because of who in the family may be running in the future, or this idea that the Cuomos run New York. I don't know what it is. But a report yesterday comes out, and you probably heard all about this. The Attorney General, Letitia James, determined that COVID-19 resident deaths associated with nursing homes in New York State appear to be undercounted by 50%, not 5%, not 3%, 50%. That's a huge number. They took information from 62 hand-selected nursing home facilities, and they did the numbers there, and they found out what was reported as opposed to what the DOH had. And it's like, wait a minute, there's undercounts. Well, if this was just one of 62, maybe we need to check the rest. Well, we wake up this morning, and what do we come to find out, everybody? A damning Attorney General's report that showed that Andrew Cuomo and other officials downplayed the deadly impact of COVID-19 on New York's nursing home facilities finally led to the state's embattled health commissioner on Thursday to reveal the totals. Yep. And the totals are there. A staggering number. Just less than 13,000 underreported. 13,000. Staggering numbers. just slightly less than what Attorney General Letitia James was claiming. Now, I don't know why all of this is all of a sudden coming out. I don't know why Letitia James feels like this needed to be done, and the reporting on this and the checking on this couldn't have been done earlier. You're telling us it has to happen now? It couldn't have happened 6 months ago or 8 months ago or last year? It couldn't have happened then? We couldn't have? No, it could not have. And for somebody who claims that it was all political, it sure seems and smells like it's political reasons. Now, let's remember something. It was, let me see if I can find this. It was an OAN report in August of last year. Right? Let me just double check if this is it.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo insisting the concerns regarding his handling of the pandemic among the state's nursing homes are politically motivated. Speaking to reporters Monday, Cuomo doubled down on his assertion that his policy to force nursing homes to accept all incoming patients, including those with the virus, did not need to be reviewed.
Doesn't need to be reviewed, everybody. Nothing to see here. This is OAN reporting on this in August. And what did Andrew Cuomo say in August?
No, I wouldn't do an investigation as to whether or not it's political. Everybody can make that decision for themselves. I think you'd have to be blind to realize it's not political.
You'd have to be blind to realize it's not political. In other words, that people wanted an investigation and an accounting of exactly what was happening in the nursing homes. And he's screaming about how it was, it's obviously political. You've got to be an idiot. I mean, that's my words, but...
Just look at where it comes from and look at the sources and look at their political affiliation and look at who wrote the letter in Congress and look at what publications raise it. And
do you see? So Andrew Cuomo does what any good leftist would do and say it's all political and pushes back and saying, well, look at the publications, look at the TV networks, look at the people who were doing it. I mean, look at this. This is an OAN report in August talking about this. We don't need an investigation. We don't have to look into this. And why, again, one of the two important things to remember about this story is obvious. One is, how does the governor do this? How is it possible that a governor could be so inept or lying or purposely put through policies knowing that people are going to die because of those policies? It's one of the three, everybody. It's got to be, it has to be, I had no idea, I'm completely inept, or I did this purposely. It's one of the three. But how does he get away with this? Well, it's a reason that we probably all know. What is it? Listen to the media, listen to Hollywood, and listen to what they did.
We're grateful that across the country there are responsible leaders who are stepping up. One of them provided clear direction and memorable PowerPoints. New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo.
I heard, though, that you had a crush on our boyfriend, Andrew Cuomo.
Dude, everyone does, right? I think he's fantastic.
You know Cuomo. He even had a 70% approval rating in April with Republicans. Why? Because he was leading.
Even lifelong Republicans tell me, they look at Cuomo and they're like, God, there's a leader.
That was a supercut from the great Tom Elliott at Grabian, of the media and Hollywood fawning over Andrew Cuomo. He's a leader. He's fantastic. He's unbelievable. Part of this, and again, if you want to call right now, 239-479-5592, drewsteele.com, Steele with 3 E's if you want to watch. A big part of why an Andrew Cuomo gets away with what an Andrew Cuomo clearly did know and wasn't going to have investigated, has to be, right? Oh, he's inept. He's not a great leader. It's because he has a willing Hollywood and media, the left and Democrats in this country, all the same, who allow him to do this and has cover and has had cover. And again, one of the most outrageous portions of this is the second part. I have been saying this for the longest time, and I don't know how else you can express this, but we're talking about people's lives. We're talking about family members. We're talking about your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, your parents. These are not numbers. These are not statistics. These are human lives. These are people, family members. And whether it's trying to talk about this issue and have the truth come out about this, or whether it's the politics at play here in the state of Florida against Governor DeSantis and vaccines and what has been happening in this state and some of the misinformation coming out of the White House because for political reasons, or whether it's here locally and how many times we talk about COVID and COVID deaths and hospitalizations and cases and numbers. They're not just numbers. They're people. And the thing that has always been frustrating to me is that we brought politics into this early. You can ask Jake, how many times have I said last year in March, when all of this was starting to break, when everything was happening, how many times through the whole year did I say that I hate how politics have entered into this COVID discussion, whether it was hydroxychloroquine, you can take it, you can't take it, Orange Man bad, he says it, vaccines, I'm not taking vaccines because he's the one that's pushing through this Operation Warp Speed, and I'm not going to take any vaccines, and then all of a sudden vaccines are the cure, but they're not really the cure because we have to double, triple, and quadruple mask because we can't stop wearing masks because the vaccine's not going to work completely, and then we have to have a first dose and a second dose, and then you're holding back the second dose with the first dose, but we have to get everybody the first dose before we can get the second. Do you see all of this in the politics that are at play? And meanwhile, there are people whose family members are no longer here. And we can't even come together on that. I don't have a call screen, by the way. 239-479-5592. Quickly, before we go to break, Ben's in Fort Myers. Hey, Ben.
Morning. How are you?
All right.
So I just wanted to say a few words about the marvelous Andrew Cuomo in the state of New York. I'm originally from upstate New York, Syracuse area. For those of you who don't know, any of your listeners, he is not the first Cuomo to ruin the state of New York.
Yep.
His father, you were from New York originally, correct?
Oh, yeah, no, I grew up with Mario Cuomo as governor of the state of New York. I know, listen, I grew up, and do me a favor, hold on a second here. I'm going to hold you through the break, Ben, because I grew up, just so you know, and people who know New York, I grew up with Mario Cuomo as governor, with David Dinkins as the mayor of the city of New York. I grew up with Ed Koch as in the city. I watched all of the destruction of New York. I'm telling you right now, it's part of why I'm a conservative. Is because I watched what was happening before my eyes growing up in New York. I witnessed all of it. And so did my family, and they would explain things as they were happening, and we all saw it. All right, 239-479-5592. Let's take a break. If you want to watch, drewsteele.com, Steele with 3 E's. That's the website. You could watch on your mobile device, on your computer, on your smart device. And then certainly you can go to YouTube. Just go to Drew Steele Radio and Facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. Either place, we appreciate you watching this morning. More of your calls coming up on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News right all along.
Keeping you rooted in the truth. 92.5 Fox News.
This Fox News Business Report is presented by Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions Incorporated, providing organic and botanical pest control solutions since 2011.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
A positive finish for Wall Street Thursday. The Dow closing up 300 points. The S&P up about 37. The Nasdaq up by 67. The pandemic's been a huge boost to the home improvement business, and now Lowe's has to hire a lot more people.
Lowe's says it will hire more than 50,000 workers in its stores for the spring. The positions are both seasonal and full-time. Lowe's has already hired more than 90,000 associates in permanent jobs over the past year. Lowe's also will invest $80 million in employee bonuses. Jenny Coselda, Fox News.
And GM is going electric. The company said Thursday that by 2035, it's only going to offer electric vehicles. It's part of their plan to be carbon neutral. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jill Nato, invested in you.
With the new president, so much is happening in Washington. Now, millions are turning to Newsmax TV, your trusted news source. They're going online to Newsmax.com for breaking news and downloading the free Newsmax app on their smartphones. Newsmax TV is on all major cable systems. If you don't get Newsmax, call your cable operator or watch it free on Roku, YouTube, Apple TV, Xumo, Pluto, and smart TVs like Samsung and LG. Newsmax is real news for real people. Start watching today.
Hey, it's Jake DeMolino here from Daybreak to talk about AMCO of Bonita Springs. Everyone's been affected by the pandemic, and I was definitely no exception. But here's the thing. I had an issue, a well-known issue. Kevin and Todd came to the rescue, effectively giving me my life back. They put their expertise to work on my transmission. That was completely shot. His master mechanic told me that it was probably the worst transmission he's seen in his 30 years of working. And let me tell you, he knocked it out of the park. He helped me, and I'm sure he can help you as well. AMCO of Bonita Springs has been trusted in Southwest Florida since 2008. They've been through pandemics, recessions, you name it. They're located right off of Burnwood Drive in Bonita, an independent, conservative AMCO dealer whose award-winning customer service speaks for itself. They work on all makes and models, and they don't just do transmissions. They can do oil changes, normal maintenance, tires, you name it. For those of you out there with classic cars, there's no one I could trust more than Kevin and Todd with something I know you cherish and is so near and dear to you. So give Kevin and Todd a call at AMCO of Bonita Springs, 239-992-2626, 239-992-2626. A big thank you from Jake DeMolino for AMCO Bonita Springs.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn your best price from nearly a dozen highly rated, price-competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote Life. For example, George is 40. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $25 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino. And believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-573-9552. That's 800-573-9552. 800-573-9552. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Hi, I'm Keith, the owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. And when it comes to hurricane windows and doors, you have two choices: Storm Shield and all the rest. Here's what our client Lauren had to say.
I work from home. So my home is also my office. And when I'm working, especially since my office is in the back room, I get all of the daytime sunshine. When I'm sitting in my office, I can tell the heat of the day is coming in because it's coming in through my old windows. So one of the benefits I experience directly, day in and day out, is having cooler temperatures in my room as a result of getting Storm Shield windows. My old windows, the heat came in, the room got hot, my air conditioning continued to work harder, and now we don't have any of that.
Storm Shield's windows and doors reduce the exterior noise by up to 80%, and our clients typically see an average energy savings of 40%. Why choose Storm Shield? Because everyone deserves the best. Call us today at 239-491-7002 or visit stormshieldSWFL.com.
Attention, Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan has been authorized to continue offering the full original MSRP for your trade-in. The factory warned us to end the offer, but after record-breaking sales in 2020, we've been approved to continue running it. If your trade-in is a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, regardless of where you purchased it from, only Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Hundreds of new Nissan models to choose from. All backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite and get full details at naplesnissan.com today. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. I'm Alan with Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions. My 6 years of service to my country taught me a lot about integrity, trust, and getting the job done and getting it done right. I have integrated much of my Army training into the business. And I mean integrated. I'm actually standing here recording in my fatigues. I understand that it may seem that there are more pest control companies than bugs, but our company is very different. A lot of pest control companies are what we call spray jockeys. You see bugs and they just come and spray. You see more bugs, so they spray more. My team's approach consists of understanding what's causing the bugs to come in. Sometimes it's something as simple as caulking or patching holes. Spraying is not always the answer. If you're tired of the spray jockeys and want real pest control solutions, call us, Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions, today at 595-4867. That's 595-4867. Now serving Marco, Naples, Bonita, and Estero.
Wink News traffic.
Your Friday morning drive off to a quiet start so far. We are keeping an eye on one crash in Collier County heading toward Immokalee. That's along State Road 82 at Edwards Grove Road, which is just off of State Road 29. So watch out for some slowdowns in that area. Altogether, should be a pretty easy ride up and down I-75. No delays on 41 and crossing our area bridges. Pretty quick commute out there. A couple minutes in each direction on the Midpoint and Cape Coral bridges, as well as Caloosahatchee and Edison in and out of downtown Fort Myers. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the cold start, a nice rebound, but still cool this afternoon. High temperature of 71 degrees with a lot of sunshine and just a few passing clouds. Another chilly one for your Saturday morning, 40s and 50s, mid-70s with a mixture of sunshine and clouds by the afternoon. Small limited chance of rain on Sunday, but most are fairly quiet, as we will see sunshine and increasing clouds with a high temperature in the mid to upper 70s. Next opportunity for some rain is going to be Monday morning with our next cold front. Scattered showers early, then we dry out and get ready for another dose of some chilly weather Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
You don't have to feel distant. Come join the conversation.
I am mad at everything going on.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along. This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. I hear air conditioning commercials all the time talking about air quality and mold. Your average air conditioning guy is not an expert in air quality or mold. As an actual expert with more than 30 credentials in air quality and related subjects, I can tell you with absolute certainty that if you want an air quality expert, call me. I actually am one. Don't buy into the hype about mold and duct cleaning. Call me and get the truth at 239-482-1542. I'm not going to sell you anything. I'm actually an expert, not just selling snake oil. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949. License CACO 57313.
We've been waiting for COVID-19 vaccines to be developed. Now, waiting for them to get to us. But you can do more than wait. You have powerful ways to help slow the spread right now and protect your family and loved ones too. Here's how. Watch your distance. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. It's risky to be indoors with them too. And of course, avoid crowds. Also, wear a mask. CDC reports masks protect the people who wear them and folks around them. And wash your hands using soap and water for 20 seconds. And do it frequently. Vaccines won't make COVID go away overnight, but they give us a real chance to finally overcome it. As long as we keep watching our distance, wearing our masks, and washing our hands.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Here's a message just for the attorneys out there. So you passed the bar, joined a firm, or even built your own. Now are you finding out that you're doing more administration than actual law practice? Lexicon can help. Lexicon is a legal services and technology provider with over a decade of experience streamlining administrative tasks like timekeeping, HR, billing, client intake, and more, so you can focus on maximizing billable hours and increasing client satisfaction. Call 855-4-LEXICON or visit Visit lexiconservices.com/go to learn more.
Chevy showroom, this is Marty.
You know what's outside at Victory Lane, Chevy, Marty?
Yeah, what's outside?
Tons of new Chevys. They're dropping them off now as we speak. Oh, they're so beautiful.
Ask him when he's dropping off at my dealership, okay? Could you?
Oh, what'd you do, Marty? Stiff a bunch of your customers over the holidays?
No.
Your lot's empty over there?
You're nuts.
Well, I may be nuts, but you know what, Marty? I got all the Chevys to sell.
You got?
And you got Jack Zippity Squat.
No, I don't.
Bye-bye, Marty. During the perfect timing event at Victory Lane Chevrolet, get top dollar for trades. Plus, take an extra $9,000 off new 2021 Silverados or $6,000 off new Chevy Equinox. Look, if you didn't get something shiny with big wheels during the holidays, get thousands off MSRP right now at Victory Lane Chevrolet on the corner of Fowler and Winkler. Online, victorylanechevrolet.com. Find new roads. Taxes and fees extra. All rebates to dealer offers with approved credit and do not combine. Expires 1/31/2021.
With the new president, so much is happening in Washington. Now, millions are turning to Newsmax TV, your trusted news source. They're going online to Newsmax.com for breaking news and downloading the free Newsmax app on their smartphones. Newsmax TV is on all major cable systems. If you don't get Newsmax, call your cable operator or watch it free on Roku, YouTube, Apple TV, Xumo, Pluto, and smart TVs like Samsung and LG. Newsmax is real news for real people. Start watching today.
Has the relationship with your financial advisor changed? It was great at first, but now you never hear from them unless they've got something to sell. Or once you learn about conflicts of interest, excessive fees, or lack of resources. Annex Wealth Management is different. We provide comprehensive investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning using our team built to serve. We're experienced, we're local, we're ready, and most importantly, we're a fee-only fiduciary. Meet the challenges this year with a partner acting in your best interest. AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button.
Are you ready for the very best? Hello, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples, and I invite you to experience the luxury, safety, and satisfaction of driving a new Genesis. Leading in luxury year after year, Genesis is the highest-ranked luxury brand in initial quality 4 years in a row by J.D. Power and received the industry's premier safety ratings. Right now, you can finance the new 2020 G70 with 0% APR or experience the power, intelligence, and efficiency the all-new 2021 G80 offers, a car that automatically adjusts to match your driving style. Looking for elegance? Take it to new heights in the all-new 2021 G90 for effortless performance and precise handling, and brand new to our lineup, the new 2021 Genesis GV80, the new face of young luxury and the first ever SUV for Genesis, in stock and arriving daily. Visit Genesis of Naples on Airport Road or online at genesisofnaples.com.
All offers with approved credit on select models. For JD Power 2020 award info, visit jdpower.com.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News. Back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
I'm Yul Gibbons. I'm gathering part of my breakfast. These are high bush cranberries. Delicious with grape nuts. As an author of 5 books on natural foods, I can recommend Post Grape Nuts. This crunchy cereal is made from natural ingredients, wholesome wheat and barley, and it's fortified with vitamins. Its naturally sweet taste reminds me of wild hickory nuts. I call grape nuts my back to nature cereal.
Okay. Do you know what grape nuts are, Jake? Jake the Millennial. Grape nuts.
Grape nuts?
Grape nuts. You don't know what grape nuts are?
No clue. Never heard of it in my life.
Okay, so you definitely don't know who Yul Gibbons is. That was a commercial from the 70s. Grape nuts. You don't know what grape nuts is? Do millennials? Do any millennials? Does anybody? 239-479-5592. Does anybody in the sound of my voice that's listening right now have a clue what grape nuts are? Am I the only person on the planet that's ever tried them? Grape nuts. Google it. Wait, I want Jake to be surprised. Google grape nuts and then tell me what it is. There's a reason why I'm bringing this up. Go ahead. What is, why am I bringing, go ahead. Google it. Do you see what it is now?
Like an oat cereal?
It's a cereal. Yeah, that's all. It's just a cereal. Now, for those that have had the opportunity to eat grape nuts, they are they're an acquired taste. I think it's sort of like if you were going to eat sawdust.
That sounds
appetizing. Yeah, it's but chunks of sawdust.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. Well, there's a shortage thanks to the pandemic of grape nuts. Supply chain constraints and higher demand for cereal has led to shortages of grape nuts. Of all the cereals on the planet that you could possibly have, I never thought in a million years that grape nuts would be the one that would have the shortage, because it is like Ewell Gibbons, eating grape nuts. George eats grape nuts every morning in Naples. Is that right, George?
Yeah, I know exactly what grape nuts are.
Yeah,
and grape nuts flakes. Grape nuts flakes are the sissy version of grape nuts.
They're sissy because you gotta be. I don't even know if this is PC or not, but I don't care. Only a real man would eat the real grape nuts that taste like pieces of sawdust. It's like sandy sawdust. Is what it is.
Yes, it's like gravel, but it goes down great.
That's what it is. It's gravel, and who was it? It was Ewell Gibbons. I guess he was a guy that would feed off the land. He would walk out of his backyard and grab a cattail and start snacking on it. And apparently, I didn't know you can eat cattail. Did you know that? Not a cat.
You can eat anything if you're hungry enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, thanks for that. Not a literal cattail, but like the cattails that you see by a lakeside or something like that. I didn't know that, but yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so you're having a hard time getting your grape nuts?
No.
Okay.
Available.
All right, well, apparently, then thanks for the call, George. Somebody there is telling us that, that there's a shortage. All right. Because, in the pandemic, there's always a shortage of something. To be honest with you, sometimes there's a shortage of honesty. There's a shortage of integrity. There's a shortage of just getting to the facts. Like for Jen Psaki, that's a big problem for Jen Psaki, White House press secretary, who was asking yesterday about Joe Biden's executive orders. Some of the latest executive orders that Joe Biden has decided to move forward with. The kind of executive orders that dictators do, and that those who believe in monarchies, they do that. Now, remember, it was Joe Biden's words. He was the one that said, you got to do something like this. You got to be a dictator. I mean, if you remember from yesterday, right? The audio that a lot of people were playing of the Joe Biden talking about the executive orders being a dictatorship kind of thing,
So there's not going to be any delay on the tax increases?
No, well, I got to get the votes. That's why, the one thing that I have this strange notion.
Yeah.
We are a democracy. Some of my Republican friends and some of my Democratic friends even occasionally say, well, if you can't get the votes by executive order, you're going to do something. Things you can't do by executive order unless you're a dictator. We're a democracy. We need consensus.
Yeah, there you go. So apparently he's calling himself a dictator. So there was one reporter who decided to question Jen Psaki on this yesterday and said, well, hold on a second. There was that whole thing about being a dictator and if you're going to do an executive order, you don't do this unless you are a dictator. And there he is doing over 40 plus, and 2 more yesterday that we're going to talk about. More of them on the way. And what's
is that seeking consensus and unity? And then also, does it suggest that President Biden sees himself as perhaps a benevolent dictator?
He thinks he's a benevolent dictator because he's trying to roll back all the immoral, according to what Jen Psaki said yesterday, and according to what Joe Biden and others are saying. See, it's all the immoral rollbacks of what the former president did in executive orders. That's all this is. It's the clever spin. So asking that question, well, you said dictators, executive orders. What do you say about that, Jen Psaki?
Well, Rob, I'm sure this wasn't your intention, but I think you took the president's comments a bit out of context. He was asked about tax reform and whether that could be done via executive order during the interview with George Stephanopoulos, which you're referring to.
Question, but I think the
well, I think question is pretty important context for everybody, and he said no. And the president also said during an interview with columnists back in December that he didn't think executive action should be used for everything, and that certainly is his point of view.
That's his point of view, but that's what he's doing. He's doing it for everything.
But there are steps, including overturning some of the harmful, detrimental, and yes, immoral actions of the
of the former president. Sorry, I should have let it go. Okay, so turning back the immoral actions of the former president. You know, there was one yesterday that he turned back, quote unquote, and he was sitting at the Resolute desk when he did this yesterday. I don't know if you caught this, but how about this little nugget? Here you go.
The second order I'm going to be signing also changes what the president has done. The president, what former president has done, and it a memorandum reversed my predecessor's attack on women's health, health access, and as we continue to battle COVID-19.
Okay, so access to women's health. Okay, so he's turning back access to women's health. Anybody want to guess what that's code for? The women's health code for? Yeah, you bet. So right there with the stroke of a pen, Joe Biden signed an executive order reversing the Mexico City policy permitting the United States aid money once again to fund groups that provide or promote abortion around the globe. Now, I ask this question, turning back the immoral policies of the former President Donald Trump. So what you're saying is that by doing this, you are proving yourself moral by providing abortion around the globe. Is that what you believe? Is that your morality? Does your Catholic faith, I mean, can we ask that? Are we allowed to go there? Because I'll go there. Are we allowed to ask Catholics whether or not Joe Biden, as only the second Catholic, as President of the United States, the first one who would never do anything like this, by the way, JFK, would not be pushing abortion policies, did not. Anybody ask what the morality of his Catholic faith is and what it says about him doing that? Somebody who we're told is a devout Catholic and how his morality is guiding him through all of these decisions, but yet here's one that is going to now have you funding groups that provide or promote abortion around the globe. A question that many ask, why do we have to do that? Why are we doing that? But please do us a favor. Don't tell us that this president is rolling back the immorality of the former president with policies like this. Tell us that he's doing the moral thing, that he's being moral with his decisions on executive orders, when I might personally question how abortion and providing money, your money, to aid groups that provide it across the globe, how that is moral. And I ask the Catholic Church, is that something that are we hedging on this now? The head of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops has publicly remanded the new president. The policies he's pledged to, quote, in areas of abortion, contraception, marriage, gender, would advance moral evils and threaten human life and dignity. That was a story that was in the American Thinker about Biden's false Catholicism. And I'm only bringing this up because they're talking about what is and isn't moral. The left is telling us what is and isn't moral. And I'm just asking if that's a problem at all. Because the left and the media, all the same, are trying to convince you that Joe Biden somehow is the most moral, the most religious person to ever sit in that chair, in that office, behind that desk. 239-479-5592. All right, when we come back, a lot more to talk about. I certainly want to mention more on Robinhood and what happened with this GameStop issue and where it's going now. And
yeah, we'll circle back on that.
Yeah, we want to circle back on that? I think we should probably do that because that would be a really good idea. I mean, if we circle back on all of this, then we can really get to the point and figure out what exactly is going on. And we'll get with that Wonder what Jen Psaki would say about that.
I'll circle back if there's more I can share with you. I'll circle back with you if there's more to convey. I'll have to just circle back with you.
Okay. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, DrewSteele.com. You can go to the website to watch. You just click right there on the website. It's mobile friendly, so you can watch it on your phone or your smart device or your computer. And you can go to Facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. Steele has 3 E's. You could watch there on Facebook and YouTube as well at Drew Steele Radio for the time being. Let's see what's happening with traffic up to the minute. Here's Therese O'Shea.
Good Friday morning. Right now we're watching a crash in Lehigh Acres on State Road 82 at Gunnery Road. Slow moving right now on southbound Gunnery at the intersection, so watch out for some delays there. And very slow along Daniels Parkway heading through Gateway westbound right now toward Tree Line and I-75. Looking good on the interstate itself, 41, not seeing any major slowdowns. And if you're heading out on the bridges between the Cape and Fort Myers, should take an easy few minutes in each direction. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, mostly sunny, 71. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, 75 on Saturday. And then a small and limited chance of rain on Sunday with sunshine and increasing clouds. High temperature of 78. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Rush Limbaugh. The Chicago Teachers Union has forbidden their teachers to show up at city schools because of the coronavirus, despite the fact that schools do not contribute to the spread of the illness, according to the CDC. So lately, the Chicago Teachers Union has been negotiating with school administrators who want to begin the process of reopening the schools on a gradual basis, something other cities and states have been doing for months. But on Sunday, the rank-and-file union members voted overwhelmingly to give administrators the collective middle finger. They said they would not return to the classroom despite an order requiring 10,000 teachers to show up this week. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightweight is pleading with the union to return to work, to no avail. Thousands of Chicagoans have been thrown out of work, many evicted because of the shutdown. Scores of small businesses have closed their doors for good. Parents who can't afford to pay somebody to watch their kids are forced to remain at home, can't go to work, or look for work. All the while, these union members have been getting their paychecks, and they still refuse to go back to work. This is what your Democrat Party's endless shutdowns are doing to America, and they couldn't care less. This is exactly what they want to happen.
Paid for by Asset Marketing Services, LLC.
2021 marks the 35th anniversary of the American Eagle Coin Program, and these historic gold coins will never be the same again. Why?
The U.S. Mint has unveiled a new design for the 2021 American Gold Eagle coins.
This means now is your last chance to get an American Gold Eagle coin with the original Eagle design.
The American Eagle Coin Series has become the best-selling coin series in the world.
Act fast or miss your opportunity to own the last year of this historic Gold Eagle coin design.
Just call govmint.com at 1-800-979-7267 and you're guaranteed a shiny new, perfect mint condition American Gold Eagle coin.
Get them now before time runs out.
Call 1-800-979-7267 now, and you'll receive your very own 2021 Gold Eagle Guide, free just for calling.
This exclusive offer is only available by phone. Call 1-800-979-7267 now to secure your American Gold Eagle coins before this historic design ceases production. That's 1-800-979-7267.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Our team can help you understand your legal options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part? The price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface, or 7820 for Maplewood Reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Naples, and Marco Island. With 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you.
Tomorrow night, an evening of great local stories and music that will inspire and warm your heart. Presented by the Naples Children and Education Foundation, founders of the Naples Winter Wine Festival. Meet people whose lives have been changed for the better by the generosity of Southwest Floridians. I'm Lindsay Sablon from Wink News. Join me and Wink News anchor Lois Tomey for NCEF, A Community Comes Together.
Saturday night at 7 on Wink TV. Attention, Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan has been authorized to continue offering the full original MSRP for your trade-in. The factory warned us to end the offer, but after record-breaking sales in 2020, we've been approved to continue running it. If your trade-in is a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, regardless of where you purchased it from, only Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Hundreds of new Nissan models to choose from. All backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite and get full details at naplesnissan.com today. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
We've been waiting for COVID-19 vaccines to be developed. Now, waiting for them to get to us. But you can do more than wait. You have powerful ways to help slow the spread right now and protect your family and loved ones too. Here's how. Watch your distance. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. It's risky to be indoors with them too. And of course, avoid crowds. Also, wear a mask. CDC reports masks protect the people who wear them and folks around them. And wash your hands using soap and water for 20 seconds. And do it frequently. Vaccines won't make COVID go away overnight, but they give us a real chance to finally overcome it. As long as we keep watching our distance, wearing our masks, and washing our hands.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey, it's Drew Steele from Daybreak. Look, it's been a while since we've taken the show on the road, but we're doing it on Friday, February 5th. We're going to be live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples for our first Friday series. The market's going to be open at 6 a.m. to welcome you. You can grab a cup of coffee, a delicious breakfast. Friday, February 5th, we are on the road again at Oaks Farms Seed to Table, and that's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75 in North Naples. We hope to see you live Friday, February 5th. It's our first Friday series with 92.5 Fox News.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
Executive action. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Biden says he's also working with Congress.
We got a lot to do, and the first thing I got to do is get this COVID package passed.
He's proposed a lot more Corona financial aid for Americans. What is the status on that? Fox's Rachel Sutherland explains live.
Dave, Democrats may try to go it alone on the president's $1.9 billion COVID relief plan using a process called budget reconciliation, which allows for a simple majority vote. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says the administration is looking for compromise.
Of unifying the country is addressing the problems that the American people are facing and working to reach out to Democrats and Republicans to do exactly that.
Some Republicans want to break the package into smaller chunks. At the same time, GOP Senator Rob Portman wants a deeper accounting of what funds remain from the $900 billion aid package from December. Dave?
And Rachel, again, this current package, overall its price tag is $1.9 trillion. President Biden will not take executive action today. He had planned to sign immigration-related policies, but that's been pushed back. He defends his flurry of orders as undoing Trump damage. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell points to something candidate Biden said.
You can't legislate by executive action unless you're a dictator.
Well, in 1 week, he signed more than 30 unilateral actions, and working Americans are getting short shrift.
The president will today visit wounded American troops at the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. Now, 2 U.S. soldiers are in critical condition in Texas after ingesting an unknown substance. 9 others were also injured during a field training exercise at Fort Bliss, the day after a disaster at a Georgia poultry plant.
Preliminary indications are that a nitrogen line ruptured inside the facility.
Foundation Food Group Vice President Nicholas Ankrum, 6 workers were killed and at least 3 of the 11 injured were in critical condition. The state fire marshal's investigating. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News traffic.
Good Friday morning. Right now we're watching a crash in Lehigh Acres at State Road 82 and Gunnery Road with slow traffic at the intersection there. Another crash in Lee County, South Fort Myers, heading through Cypress Lake Drive. Very slow moving in both directions. Right off of Summerlin Road because of a crash just to the east of that intersection at Summerlin Lakes Drive and Cypress Lake. Also heading through Collier County, we have a disabled vehicle on Airport Road and North Road, which is just south of the Naples Airport. 75 looking clear and 41 not seeing any major slowdowns. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the cold start, a nice rebound, but still cool this afternoon. High temperature of 71 degrees with a lot of sunshine and just a few passing clouds. Another chilly one for your Saturday morning, 40s and 50s, mid-70s with a mixture of sunshine and clouds by the afternoon. Small limited chance of rain on Sunday, but most are fairly quiet, as we will see sunshine and increasing clouds with a high temperature in the mid to upper 70s. Next opportunity for some rain is going to be Monday morning with our next cold front. Scattered showers early, then we dry out and get ready for another dose of some chilly weather Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
Hey, it's Drew Steele talking to my good friend Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters. And I love talking to Dave because when I talk to Dave, I know that means he has something special for you. In this case, like I have in my home, CoreTech is absolutely amazing, Dave. And I got to tell you, I love it. My wife loves it. And boy, you've got a lot of CoreTech right now in stock.
Yes, we do. And we've got about 6 or 7 truckloads coming to beat the tariff increase. And we're going to guarantee a freeze of the prices on all our in-stock CoreTech. We're not going to go up 50 cents a square foot, and we're going to save it for our customers.
And so when it comes to CoreTech, I mean, it is just amazing the selection that you have. And not only that, the installation is incredible. What you do there is fantastic.
Yes, and we stock 100 colors of CoreTech.
Floor Meisters, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. So give them a call today at 239-596-4964 or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Hi, this is Jay, president of Big Island Builders. When I came to Naples many years ago, I knew I could bring a totally different approach to building custom homes. But I had a problem. I had no contacts here in Naples, no architects knew who I was, and my competition wasn't exactly thrilled about making room for a new builder. For 2 weeks straight, I began to drive the neighborhoods that I wanted to build in. In that process, I found a man at his mailbox and I asked him if he needed any work done on his home. He told me he was glad that I showed up because he wanted to tear down this older home and build a brand new custom home. So that's how we broke into the Naples market. And today, that same drive, energy, and passion that started our company is what we continue to bring to our clients. We build top quality custom homes with passion for a fair price. Give us a call at 239-262-6867 or visit us at bigislandbuilders.com.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. There's the talk and text line. Streaming live. You can go to drewsteele.com. Just click on the website. It's mobile friendly. It's set up like an app so you can watch on your phone or your smart device or even your computer. You can go to facebook.com/DrewSteeleRadio and watch there, as well as YouTube at Drew Steele Radio. Steele has 3 E's, and if you want to subscribe to the channel or like the channel or whatever you want to do, that's fine. That's okay. I'm just glad that we're able to see you and be a part of your day, and thank you for listening and watching the program. We appreciate it. You know, the charges by Democrats against the former president will not stop. They will continue. They're going to go through this sham of an impeachment knowing full well that Republicans are not going to be on board because they are desperate to ding and damage the former president because they do not want him to run once again for office. They've already made that clear. They're desperate to do that. And there are people in communities that are desperate to try to do whatever they can as well to make any kind of stink they can against the former president, where some might say, listen, he's out of office. Why don't you move on? Aren't there other things that are going on? Well, Democrats are doing both. They are moving on with executive orders from Joe Biden, and it's not a joke how bad it's become. Not a joke. It's crazy what has become of Joe Biden and these executive orders. You know, the dictator that he is, his words, not mine. But then also in communities, you know, I'm looking at this Wink News story. They're just parroting the AP here. Palm Beach considers options as Trump remains at Mar-a-Lago. Considers options? Options to do what? Options for what? And when you read into the story, former President Donald Trump has been living at his Mar-a-Lago club since leaving office more than a week ago. A possible violation of a 1993 agreement he made with the town of Palm Beach that limits stays to 7 consecutive days. Are you kidding me? And you go into the story and you realize that they never made a stink while he was president. They never made a stink about it before. They never talked about it in the past. It never even came up. They weren't even worried about it. They weren't even bringing it up. But now, all of a sudden, there are people that want to have a talk. There are people that want to know what they're going to do next. It's ridiculous. Now, of course, you wouldn't expect anything less out of South Florida than that. The East Coast. You can figure that in a lot of places on the East Coast, you're going to get that kind of pushback that you would see stories like this, and then they would be parroted, and you can see how ridiculous it has become. The damage to the Trump brand when it comes to the businesses, going after family members, politically speaking, and some of the things that have been said about family members, the president himself. And if you think this is, for example, there are people in the GOP that look at this and think, whatever. They're kind of just ignoring it. They want to move on because, as the party has discussed, if Donald Trump would run in 2024, the party would be neutral. But the polls are showing that the GOP voters aren't going to be neutral. Ron McDaniel said in an interview with the Associated Press that the party has to stay neutral. I'm not telling anybody to run or not to run in 2024. That's going to be up to those candidates going forward. What I really do want to see him do, though, is help us win back majorities in 2022. So in one case, do you see what's happening here? And listen, I understand what she's trying to say. If you take a 30,000-foot view and you say, what is she talking about? I mean, let's be honest. Whether it's here in the state of Florida or across the country, what the RNC chair is trying to do is to stay neutral and be like, look, if other people are going to run, it would not be a good position for the RNC. This is what others are saying. To say, of course, if he runs again, we're going to back him, 100%. You really can't do that as the head of as the chair of the RNC, and to say, listen, if other people come along, Ron DeSantis or others that want to run, we're going to endorse Donald Trump if he does, but we're not. But at the same time, to say that she wants him to help win back majorities in 2022, yeah, the rest of the party believes that would be happening if he were to do that, because there are still a lot of people in the party who understand what the former president was able to do. And Look, you don't like tweets, you don't like personalities. Okay, how about how your life was before COVID? Did you like that? And I don't know if you really want to go down that path and to try to do your best to dismiss the former president in every way possible. You know, Matt Gaetz was out in Wyoming and he was pushing it back against Liz Cheney and the fact that she voted, and she has a leadership position, and she voted for the impeachment of the president. And he said he would travel west to let Wyoming know that they could do better. And he had a pretty good crowd turnout. I don't know if it was both sides. I don't know if there were some Democrats out there who were grumbling, because you can hear in one comment that he made, Matt Gaetz in Wyoming, when he said,
President Trump explicitly called for demonstrations and protests to be peaceful.
Yep.
You can moan and groan, but he was far more explicit about his calls for peace than some of the BLM and left-wing rioters were this summer when we saw violence sweep across this nation.
Is he wrong? Was he wrong about that? And then something else that Matt Gaetz brought up yesterday there in Wyoming that I think is important. A Florida congressman says,
there are some in Washington who believe that we've got to purge Trumpism and we've got to do whatever is necessary to get back in the good graces of the corporate PACs that have sworn off some Republicans. I take a different view. I think that we've got to get out in the country and we have to marshal a positive populism.
Is he wrong? 239-479-5592. Is he wrong? Because I think that if you are trying to, and the party is trying to dismiss Trump completely, I think you're making a huge, as some would say, bigly mistake. But that's part of what has been happening. 239-479-5592. I want to talk about that a little more, but when we come back, let's take a break, Jake, because when we come back, I want to get into this story as well. You know, on the other side of that, it is what Democrats have been doing, and it's what Joe Biden's executive orders have been doing to this country, and the tearing down and the destruction of our constitutional republic in ways I don't think we ever dreamed of, with a media that seems to love every minute of it. Rachel Maddow loving every minute of what Jen Psaki is doing. It's drippy, disgusting, but I'll play it for you because you got to hear it just so you understand that as long as this White House believes that they have a media that will help them, the same way that Andrew Cuomo believes that he has a media and a left wing and a Hollywood elite that will back him with the horrible decisions he made in New York, and now we are finding out the consequences of those that we're going to talk about. Do they stop? The only way to make them stop is, well, it's you getting out and being a part of the other side of that. All right, we'll talk about that coming up. DrewSteele.com, the website, if you want to watch. Also, YouTube and Facebook, facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. Steele has 3 E's. Trace O'Shea has traffic.
Good Friday morning. Tracking delays along State Road 82 at Gunnery Road in Lehigh Acres. Southbound seeing especially a slowdown out there right now from Leonard Boulevard on down through 82 on Gunnery because of that crash. In Collier County, we have a disabled vehicle on Airport Road at North Road just south of the entrance to the Naples Airport. So watch out for some southbound slowdowns there as well, heading toward Radio Road. Looking good along I-75 and US 41, and no crashes to report in Charlotte County yet this morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority. For today, mostly sunny, 71. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, 75 on Saturday. And then a small and limited chance of rain on Sunday with sunshine and increasing clouds. High temperature of 78. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Run all along.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. I'm Alan with Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions. My 6 years of service to my country taught me a lot about integrity, trust, and getting the job done and getting it done right. I have integrated much of my Army training into the business. And I mean integrated. I'm actually standing here recording in my fatigues. I understand that it may seem that there are more pest control companies than bugs, but our company is very different. A lot of pest control companies are what we call spray jockeys. You see bugs, and they just come and spray. You see more bugs, so they spray more. My team's approach consists of understanding what's causing the bugs to come in. Sometimes it's something as simple as caulking or patching holes. Spraying is not always the answer. If you're tired of the spray jockeys and want real pest control solutions, call us, Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions, today at 595-4867. That's 595-4867. Now serving Marco, Naples, Bonita, and Estero.
This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse, Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader and home of the no closing cost mortgage. No points, no hidden fees, no loan costs, period. If the mortgage you have right now was done prior to COVID-19, you should call us for a free review. At Mortgage Warehouse, we understand how frustrating it can be to make your mortgage payment month after month, and the loan balance just doesn't seem to go down. The payment is mostly interest, but we can help with that. We can combine near record low mortgage rates with our local no closing cost program to improve your mortgage payment right away. You do not have to roll any closing costs into your loan balance to get these ultra-low mortgage rates. You can apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com or call 313-5000. That's 313-5000, mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
There is always a better way, and we will always chase after it. We're building a cleaner energy future with millions of solar panels, and we're using the latest technology, investing in energy that's not just the most reliable or the cleanest, but also the most affordable. As we see it, the horizon is always moving, and to chase it is to deliver America's best energy value for you and for Florida. See how at fpl.com/value.
Tomorrow night, an evening of great local stories and music that will inspire and warm your heart. Presented by the Naples Children and Education Foundation, founders of the Naples Winter Wine Festival. Meet people whose lives have been changed for the better by the generosity of Southwest Floridians. I'm Lindsay Sablon from Wink News. Join me and Wink News anchor Lois Tomey for NCEF, A Community Comes Together.
Saturday night at 7 on Wink TV.
Are you ready for the very best? Hello, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples, and I invite you to experience the luxury, safety, and satisfaction of driving a new Genesis. Leading in luxury year after year, Genesis is the highest-ranked luxury brand in initial quality 4 years in a row by J.D. Power and received the industry's premier safety ratings. Right now, you can finance the new 2020 G70 with 0% APR or experience the power, intelligence, and efficiency the all-new 2021 G80 offers, a car that automatically adjusts to match your driving style. Looking for elegance? Take it to new heights in the all-new 2021 G90 for effortless performance and precise handling, and brand new to our lineup, the new 2021 Genesis GV80, the new face of young luxury and the first ever SUV for Genesis, in stock and arriving daily. Visit Genesis of Naples on Airport Road or online at genesisofnaples.com.
All offers with approved credit on select models. For JD Power 2020 award info, visit jdpower.com.
Hannity at 3 and drive home with Trey Radel at 5. Now back to Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
239-479-5592. DrewSteele.com, the website, if you want to watch the program on your mobile device, your phone, your smart device. And, of course, you can go to Facebook.com/DrewSteeleRadio to watch anytime you would like. Hey, Peter wants to let us know that we need to have a more inclusive world, and that means to stop calling people by animal names as an insult. 239-479-5592. Yeah, you know, Peter. Hey, can we get Biden's executive order on that? Using animals as insults perpetrates speciesism. We got to stop doing that, Jake. You got to stop. Like, as a matter of fact, this is how pronounced it is. It is so pronounced that even a millennial can follow along with what PETA is trying to say. It's so obvious. I mean, if I call somebody a chicken, what does that mean? What are they, Jake?
Scared.
They're scared. They're a coward. What if I say you're a rat?
You're a tattletale.
Yeah, you're a snitch, right? What if you're a snake? What are you, Jake?
You're a slithery kind of person.
Yeah, you're like a jerk. What if I say you're a pig?
Ooh, there's a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, you're repulsive, right? Or whatever. What if you're a sloth?
Ooh, you're a slow person.
Yeah, you're lazy, So we got to stop doing that. We have to stand up for justice by rejecting supremacist language, like using chicken because, the poor animals, they, quite honestly, they're all delicious. Except I don't know if anybody has eaten a sloth, so that's really not, I don't know. I know that people eat snake. I think my son would say don't do that because he loves catching them. And we've been doing,
takes too long.
We've been doing lately this whole thing. My son's new thing, a little inside Drew Steele baseball in case, and we'll get to serious topics, don't worry. But I have to tell you this. So my son's new thing is every night we go out before I go to bed, which is pretty early, and the sun is down early, so we go out. And he's got a super mega flashlight, and we are looking for slithering snakes or any animals that are coming out at night. He does this thing where he overturns rocks and things, and he's looking under them to try to find what's in there. And that's what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks. He's been following someone and that talks about this and the best way to find. He's loving this, and I forget what they call it. There's an expression for it, but let me see if this is. I just want to make sure I'm right. Is this what it? Is this it? Yep, that's it. Herping. He's like, I want to go herping tonight. It's the act of searching for amphibians or reptiles. They call it herping. And he goes out and that's what he wants to do. So I'm pretty confident he doesn't want to eat the snake, although I don't know. If they're tasty, I never know. 239-479-5592. Can't we get an executive order on that? Can't you do something to help out PETA, Joe Biden? Come on, you could do that. I mean, Democrats want to do the most outrageous things that they possibly can do. Hey, by the way, in case you're wondering whether or not we're going to have Democrats on the side of election integrity, yeah, they're not. Here's a story from Just the News. Democrat lawmakers introduced a bill that would send all registered voters ballots before Election Day. The legislation would also mandate automatic voter registration of every United States citizen who supplies identifying information to a state's motor vehicle authority. Now, that sounds reasonable. I mean, everybody wants to vote, right? No, everybody doesn't want to vote. Number one, if they don't want to, okay, fine. Boy, if everybody has a registered voter ballot in their possession, boy, then it would be real fun and easy for individuals to go out and gather them up. Hey, listen, just stay right there. I'll come and pick it up for you. You don't even have to leave your home. Isn't that convenient? Yeah, these Democrats are not only doubling down, but they're tripling down on the election integrity issue that we see. This is not a good thing, everybody. This is a bad thing. What they're trying to pull here and what they are trying to do is not a good thing. We had the issues of mass mail-in voting. We know it was a topic of contention during the 2020 election cycle. We know how that works and how it has been used and abused. And so all Democrats want to do is they want to codify it in legislation. They want to be able to make this happen so that even more so, look, you think packing the courts is all that there is? And you think that having D.C. and Puerto Rico as states, you think all of these things are enough? Oh, no. No, they're going to make sure that they can do whatever they can. And you're going to have to make sure that your legislators are pushing back against it and are aware of it. That is for sure. All right. We're going to go to a break in just a couple of minutes. 239-479-5592. Want to let you know that we are going to be out and about. I forgot about this. This is an important deal. It's been a long time since we've been out, everybody. It's been a long time since we've been able to remotely see you, and we're looking forward to this. Coming up a week from today, Friday, February 5th, is going to be the first of our Fridays. What do we call it? Did we come up with a cool name? What are we calling it? Our First Fridays. Is that what it's called, First Fridays?
It's going to be hard for the first time because it's our first Friday.
Yep. So this is our first Friday at Oak Farm's Seed to Table Market in North Naples. We're going to do the show live next Friday from Oak Farm's Seed to Table right there in North Naples. You probably know where it is. If you don't, it's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75, the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road. And so we're going to do the show every first Friday live from Seed to Table, and a chance for you to have breakfast with us, grab a coffee, come on in, hang out with the show as we are going to be doing the show live. So every first Friday, it's First Fridays at Oaks Farms Seed to Table. And we'll be there next Friday, February 5th. And the show will be 6 in the morning, usual time. They're opening up early for us, so I think they typically open at 7, but they'll be open at 6 for you all to come on in and enjoy breakfast with us. So make it a point to be there. And hey, listen, if you're going to kick off a First Friday and you're going to kick off and be someplace where we can all gather and enjoy each other's company and have this show on the road, no better place than Seed to Table. And if you haven't been there yet, if you're in Lee County, if you haven't been there yet in Fort Myers or Bonita or Estero, or even in Naples, I'm just telling you, you can't even describe how incredible Seed to Table Market is. And it is that good. So we'll see you there next Friday, 6 a.m. starting this show, our first Friday series at Oaks Farms Seed to Table. So we'll see you there.
This is Daybreak.
92.5 Fox News.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part? The price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Naples, and Marco Island with 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you.
True relief for back and neck pain. Are you driving down the road right now with back or neck pain or pain into your arms or legs? Maybe your struggle is getting out of your bed or chair. Maybe you get weakness when you put weight on your leg or swing your golf club. It's time you address this problem once and for all. At Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, these are the conditions that we treat every day, except we treat the root of the problem. No injections or pain meds. Non-surgical spinal decompression, recognized around the country for incredible statistical results for long-term pain relief. Break the cycle of pain from sciatica, stenosis, neuropathy, arthritis, or car accidents. Non-surgical spinal decompression can get your life back. Spinal decompression is safe and comfortable for any age and doesn't involve any hanging upside down. Don't hurt anymore when the answer is only a phone call away. Call our Medicare-friendly office, Johnston Spinal Care, for a free telephone consultation. 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Hey, it's Drew Steele from Daybreak. Look, it's been a while since we've taken the show on the road, but we're doing it on Friday, February 5th. We're going to be live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples for our first Friday series. The market's going to be open at 6 a.m. to welcome you. You can grab a cup of coffee, a delicious breakfast. Friday, February 5th, we are on the road again at Oaks Farms Seed to Table, and that's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75 in North Naples. We hope to see you live Friday, February 5th. It's our first Friday series with 92.5 Fox News.
It's time to get back outside at the 6th Annual Lovers Key Boat Show Market and Seafood Fest. Bonita Springs Rotary invites you to a weekend of seafood, beer garden, boats, arts and crafts, and Florida sunshine. Along with the Friends of Lovers Key, our COVID-safe outdoor event is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 9 to 5. The parking's free, the beer's cold, the shrimp and fish are fresh. Get out of the house! Come on out! Join us in the sunshine and support our local charities. LoversKeyNauticalMarket.com.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy has met with former President Trump at his resort in Florida about working together to help Republicans win more seats in Congress.
The House GOP leader blamed Democrats for, in his words, pushing an agenda that divides. Fox News reported McCarthy got the invitation to meet with former President Trump as he was in Florida for fundraisers. He hopes working toward a Republican House majority in 2 years will put him in line to be the next House Speaker.
Fox's Gernal Scott. New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on Twitter accuses Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz of trying to get her killed by pushing unfounded election fraud claims that led rioters to the Capitol. California Republican Devin Nunes tells Fox Democrats like Ocasio-Cortez want to push the message that Republicans are evil.
They relish this. They love it.
Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez in her tweet says she is willing to work with other Republicans. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News Traffic.
Good Friday morning. We're dealing with a crash with several units responding to check for injuries and roadblock in North Fort Myers at North Kamiami Trail and Littleton Road. So that's just north of the Edison Bridge. Watch out for some delays at that intersection. We're also watching a crash right now along State Road 82 and Gunnery Road in Lehigh Acres. And if you're heading through Collier County, we have a crash causing major backups along Immokalee Road at Shark Way, which is right in front of Gulf Coast High School and Laurel Oak Elementary. So expect slowdowns between 75 and Collier Boulevard for a really good stretch there, both directions of Immokalee Road. Take Vanderbilt Beach Road instead to get around it, or just give yourself extra time on Immokalee if you have to get through there. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the cold start, a nice rebound, but still cool this afternoon. High temperature of 71 degrees with a lot of sunshine and just a few passing clouds. Another chilly one for your Saturday morning, 40s and 50s, mid-70s with a mixture of sunshine and clouds by the afternoon. Small, limited chance of rain on Sunday, but most are fairly quiet, as we will see sunshine and increasing clouds with a high temperature in the mid to upper 70s. Next opportunity for some rain is going to be Monday morning with our next cold front. Scattered showers early, then we dry out and get ready for another dose of some chilly weather Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
92.5 Fox News, making Southwest Florida great every day. 92.5 Fox News.
Attention, Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan has been authorized to continue offering the full original MSRP for your trade-in. The factory warned us to end the offer, but after record-breaking sales in 2020, we've been approved to continue running it. If your trade-in is a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, regardless of where you purchased it from, only Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Hundreds of new Nissan models to choose from, all backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite and get full details at naplesnissan.com today. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
We're honest and true, and we're here to serve you. The National Exterminators.
Living in Southwest Florida, we get lots of unexpected visitors, like your cousin Ernie from Poughkeepsie, whose family shows up for an extended stay.
Surprise!
But the most unwelcome of all visitors are the bugs and pests who want to make your house their home. And that's where National Exterminators comes in. Things like termites and rodents can cause extensive damage, but National Exterminators is a great way to protect your investment. They've been locally owned for over 40 years, so they know what it takes to keep the Southwest Florida pests at bay. With service plans priced at $46. So call 239-46-NO-BUG and let National Exterminators get rid of your unexpected visitors. As for Cousin Ernie, unfortunately, you're on your own there. Call 239-46-NO-BUG or visit pestcontrolmadeeasy.com.
National Exterminators.
Restrictions may apply.
Hello, Florida. This is Representative Bob Rommel with today's amazing Florida fact. In 1920, Florida had less than 1 million people and was only the 33rd largest state in the country. Today, 100 years later, Florida is the third largest state with 22 million people, and Florida is the 17th largest economy in the world. What's our secret? The warm weather, the beaches, that helps. But it all comes down to an important decision made in 1924 to ban the personal income tax in our Constitution. That's right, Florida has no personal income tax, no estate tax, and no inheritance tax. That attracts billions in investments, and that's why many wealthy business leaders, athletes, and entertainers make Florida home. So before Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi tax us to death, maybe they should take a look at Florida. No income tax, rising prosperity for over 100 years. Let's keep it that way. Paid by Bob Rommel, Republican for State Representative.
We keep hearing unprecedented during this pandemic. From a financial perspective, we've seen a lot of this before. Market plunges, global pandemics, high unemployment. Everyone has an opinion, and frankly, it's hard to know who to trust. You need a steady, independent voice. Annex Wealth Management has decades of experience helping clients navigate. You don't need a sales pitch. You need an assessment of where you are, where you're headed, and how we can help. AnnexWealth.com. If not now, when? Know the difference. Annex Wealth Management.
Kennedy at 3 and Drive Home with Trey Radel at 5. Now, back to Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
We'll follow the science. We'll follow the science. Let me say that again.
There have been several CDC studies that have demonstrated that schools are generally safe places to be.
Only 7 in-school infections of students that took place, with case rates in schools 37% lower than in the surrounding community.
I think one of the studies you're talking about, just released yesterday, found that the risk of transmission in the classroom was minimal, and I was really struck by the fact that it was so much lower than the surrounding community, nearly 40% lower in the school versus in the community.
The default position, keep the schools open if you possibly can. And you're absolutely correct. I agree with you completely on that.
Biden says bringing kids back to the classroom is a top priority, but I haven't seen yet any sort of solidified plan or timeline or frankly, any willingness to buck the teachers' unions.
Mr. Biden, the COVID task force said it's safe for students to be in class. Are you going to encourage unions to cooperate more to bring kids back to classroom, sir?
Why are you always shotgun questions?
Let's go, move, let's go, out.
If schools follow these guidelines, is there any reason for the teachers' unions not to return?
No, really. I mean, the new data we're seeing supports what we've seen, that schools are not contributing in meaningful ways to community spread.
Let's end the politics and follow the science.
What do you say we follow the science, everybody? Hey, if you're wondering whether or not kids need to be back in school, there's a lot of reasons why kids need to be back in school. But yeah, one of the reasons is you follow the science. Like Joe Biden says, you got to follow the science. He knows the thing.
All men and women created by you know the thing.
Come on, you know the thing. So let's get with it, everybody. Let's follow the thing and let's follow the science. And there it is. Plenty of science to show that we need to have our kids back in school. So what's the problem? Well, the problem seems to be the teachers' unions that have something else up their sleeve. Is it more money? More money for their districts? More money for their unions? What is it about getting kids back in school and your love for children that would suggest that what you're doing is the right thing for them when all the evidence would show that they need to be back in school? I mean, heck, we've got reports and headlines constantly. New York Times reports that a surge of student suicides is pushing Vegas schools to reopen sooner rather than later. There are effects to these lockdowns and even in schools, and the science and the evidence is not there, but yet they keep doing it. Florida teachers working remotely amid COVID. Oh, look at this. They were caught partying, traveling, and failing to wear masks. The Broward School District has sourced Facebook pages of teachers working remotely to catch them partying, traveling, failing to wear masks at a time the educators say COVID makes it too risky for them to return to campus. So you have in Broward in the East Coast, and I'm sure along with a lot of teachers' unions. And again, this is not individual teachers and an attack on teachers, so don't take this the wrong way. This is about a teachers' union, and teachers' unions across the country, whether it's Chicago, whether it's wherever, that are telling you that we can't have our teachers back in school because it's not safe. And yet you just heard a montage of people, individuals, Dr. Fauci saying that the science says we have to have our kids back in school, so why are we not doing it? Jake says he has a solution. He wants to give you, not Jake the millennial, but a different Jake, a Jake that's on my phone.
Hello there.
Hello there, Jake.
How are you this morning?
It's very weird addressing somebody as Jake when I have a Jake sitting in front of me. By the way, if you want to see the Jake sitting in front of me, drewsteele.com, you go to the website, and there you got a mobile version of the show you can watch, and facebook.com/DrewSteeleRadio for the time being. Okay, Jake, what's your thing here?
Okay, I have two things, real quick. First is a comment. It's now time for us to put our money where our mouth is. We got to get in the face of these people, including this damn teachers union. First of all, it's the school districts that pay the teachers. So let's issue an edict and tell them they're not going to get paid if they go back to teach.
Well, there are a lot of people that have made that point, saying things like, well, listen, if the teachers don't want to go and teach the students, then why are they getting paid? And then the other side of that is, well, don't you understand? It's COVID. It's about their safety, and they don't feel safe. Well, again, the science wouldn't suggest that they should worry about that, number one. And number two, if they don't, then there is bound to be someone that could take their place, is what the argument is.
There probably is, and that's my suggestion. Yeah. Without trying to obfuscate this thing, what about us school boards hiring substitute teachers and teachers' aides that are qualified to teach these kids, particularly the younger ones, and tell the teachers that want to stay home and play games to go ahead and stay home?
Well, are the substitutes and these hires, are they in the union? Some would ask. I mean, I'm playing the other side of the coin here. That they're not playing along well with others. And if they don't play along well with others, then there's a problem. And so, and Jake, listen, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. 239-479-5592. All I will say is this, when it comes to the issues of COVID and opening schools, and whether it's here in the state of Florida or what they're doing around the country, you see the politics at play. Is there one single person that really honestly believes that we should be playing politics still to this day with COVID? We shouldn't be. We never should have from the beginning. We shouldn't now. We're talking about people's lives, and yet we can't even get past that. And you can frankly see the sides that want to play politics and whose lives they're willing to play politics with. And you have to examine. And look, I've said this a million times. As far as I'm concerned, every single solitary school board member across the board, Lee County, Collier County, I don't care where you are, every single one of them, in my estimation, has to be re-examined. You've got to re-examine their priorities. I want to know politically where they stand. Sorry, I do want to know, because their politics are what are making their decisions possible. If you're somebody who desperately hated the former president of the United States, I'm pretty confident that those the political view that you have, I'm pretty confident is going to affect what you're going to do with our kids in our district and the decisions that you're willing to make. And for the 4 years that he was president, I'm pretty confident. And so, yeah, I don't need that. So we're going to vet people, of course, in the future. We're not doing this anymore. Nobody's going to hide behind, you can't talk to me about my political affiliation. Yes, I can. I can ask all kinds of questions. Sorry. 239-479-5592. And again, when you think of even the policies of COVID in the state of New York, when we come to find out today the horrific news that a damning attorney general's report that showed that Governor Andrew Cuomo and other officials downplayed the deadly impact of COVID on New York's nursing homes, finally led the state's embattled health commissioner. Finally, after all of this time, finally we see the numbers to reveal the total number of resident fatalities. And guess what? They're exactly what, or near what, the Attorney General Letitia James said and suggested in a report, that more than 50% underreported, an astronomical number, a horrific number. These are people's lives. These are people's family members. Unbelievable. In a 1,700-word statement, Dr. Howard Zucker released figures that put the tally of the confirmed and presumed deaths in both nursing homes and hospitals at 12,743. The staggering number is only slightly less than the 13,000 plus suggested by the report. An absolutely outrageous situation that was made possible because of the policies of the governor in the state of New York, and yet had plenty of cover. The governor in the state of New York politically making this case that that's what it all is. This is all about politics. It's all about the right in this country going after him and not understanding what was happening. At one point, claiming that they were never sent to, either he knows or he doesn't know. One point he claimed that COVID patients were never sent to nursing homes at all.
And we never needed nursing home beds because we always had hospital beds. So it just never happened in New York where we needed to say to a nursing home, we need you to take this person even though they're COVID positive. It never happened.
It never happened. Really, it never. He denied that it happened. I mean, how outrageous is this? Does it matter where you stand politically? Does it make a difference? Aren't you outraged both sides of the aisle? No, you're not. That's what's so disgusting and vile about this whole thing to begin with. OAN had a story back in August. OAN back in August was talking about Andrew Cuomo.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo insisting the concerns regarding his handling of the pandemic among the state's nursing homes are politically motivated.
Politically motivated, everybody. It's all politics.
No, I wouldn't do an investigation as to whether or not it's political. Everybody can make that decision for themselves. I think you'd have to be blind to realize it's not political. Just look at where it comes from and look at the sources and look at their political affiliation and look at who wrote the letter in Congress and look at what publications raise it and what media networks raise it. It's kind of incredible.
Incredible. Laughing. Because it's all political. Really? How does he come back from this one? And here's the disgusting reality of how he comes back from this one. Because he's a Democrat. Look, I'll say it. Tell me I'm wrong. 239-479-5592. Please, if you're a Democrat and you're listening to this program, help me out here. Help me understand. Am I wrong? Why am I wrong? He's a Democrat, and the left loves him. Hollywood loves him. They talked him up for the longest time, and he gets away with it because the Hollywood elite love him. The media loves him. He's a Democrat. He can do this and not be held accountable. Where is that audio? Gosh, where is that? There it is. A reminder.
Tonight, what we can see from Democrats, especially someone like Andrew Cuomo, is a really pointed prosecution of President Trump's handling of the virus.
I commend, Governor Cuomo in taking some of these steps that they already have in limiting capacity.
I mean, I'm so turned on by him. I'm so turned on by the leadership. I have feelings for Andrew Cuomo. I wrote a piece about it.
Having heard you day after day after day at your press conferences, I have to wonder what it's like to be in your shoes with the weight of this responsibility and just the sheer exhaustion you must be.
I can't do it. Hollywood, the media fawning over Andrew Cuomo, true leadership. I can't believe what kind of pressure this must be. Never asked Donald Trump the kind of pressure as president of the United States he had. They do it because they can. Just last night, Rachel Maddow to Jen Psaki. You know Jen Psaki, who circles back on everything.
I'll circle back if there's more I can share with you. But I'll circle back with you if there's more to convey. I'll have to just circle back with you.
Yeah, she got to circle back. Last night, Rachel Maddow.
I'm already feeling like the presentation that we are hearing from you in the briefing room already feels, I trust it, and I also feel like it's too nice. I feel like the challenges that the administration has on Capitol Hill are more stark than...
Yeah, they're more stark. You're just too nice. You need to go after Republicans harder. You need to tell us, you need to be tougher. You're just too nice. You're such a good person.
I'll circle back if there's more I can...
You'll circle back. They do it because they can, because they have a willing party and a willing media that will allow them to do these things, discover that they have these troubles, discover what they actually did and allowed to happen after denying it for the longest time, and then say, hey, look at that. Hey, did you hear about Robin Hood and GameStop? Can you believe these kids? Oh, this is just unbelievable. Yeah, and there's a whole issue with that as well. All right, 239-479-5592. Let's play Drew's College of Political Knowledge right now, Jake. Caller number 3 at 239-479-5592. Caller number 3 will play Drew's College up next. We've got to do it. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Call right now. We've got to have you play because, listen, we need our civics lesson 101. We need to learn about politics because, if you're not going to get it in schools and you're not going to get it in other places, you got to get it from here. So gather the kids around. Come on, everybody. Gather watch at drewsteele.com. Steele has 3 E's. drewsteele.com, the website. You could watch right there on your mobile phone, your smart device, and, of course, at Facebook, facebook.com/DrewSteeleRadio. All right, let's find out what's happening with traffic right now. To the minute, here's Trace O'Shea.
Good morning. A couple of alerts for you on I-75. One southbound at mile marker 128 near Alico Road. Heading that direction southbound, you're going to be dealing with major backups because of a crash, possibly blocking just that left-hand shoulder and left-hand lane. Also watching a debris in the roadway alert. That's a traffic cone and some large trash cans apparently in the right-hand lane. Southbound as well, mile marker 119 in Estero, just south of Corkscrew Road, heading down toward Bonita Beach Road. Also in North Fort Myers, we have a crash at Littleton Road in North Tamiami Trail with injuries. And in Collier County, we're watching a crash on Immokalee Road and Sharkway right near Gulf Coast High School with major backups in both directions. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, mostly sunny, 71. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, 75 on Saturday. And then a small and limited chance of rain on Sunday with sunshine and increasing clouds, high temperature of 78. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Kennedy at 3 and Drive Home with Trey Radel at 5. Now, back to Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Does market turbulence and economic turmoil have you worried about your retirement nest egg? I'm Alfie Townsend. Learn how to navigate these uncertain times. Tune in to Saving the Investor radio show every Saturday at 9 a.m. or visit us at savingtheinvestor.com.
Chevy showroom, this is Marty.
You know what's outside at Victory Lane, Chevy, Marty?
Yeah, what's outside?
Tons of new Chevys. They're dropping them off now as we speak. Oh, they're so beautiful.
Ask him when he's dropping off at my dealership, okay?
Oh, what'd you do, Marty? Stiff a bunch of your customers over the holidays?
No.
Your lot's empty over there?
You're nuts.
Well, I may be nuts, but you know what, Marty? I got all the Chevys to sell. And you got jack zippity squat.
No, I don't.
Bye-bye, Marty. During the perfect timing event at Victory Lane Chevrolet, get top dollar for trades. Plus, take an extra $9,000 off new 2021 Silverados or $6,000 off new Chevy Equinox. Look, if you didn't get something shiny with big wheels during the holidays, get thousands off MSRP right now at Victory Lane Chevrolet on the corner of Fowler and Winkler. Online, victorylanechevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Taxes and fees extra. All rebates to dealer offers with approved credit and do not combine. Expires 1/31/2021.
Hey, this is Pop-Up introducing an old friend, Tim Weir of Wise Owl Roofing. Tim specializes in metal roofs, flat roofs, and re-roofing tile roofs. If you need a free estimate, please call me at 945-2700. As always, we offer our free tile roof inspection. If you have a dirty tile roof or have some slipped or cracked tiles, please call me at 945-2700. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Kerry, and Cody, we want to thank all of you that have responded to Papa's wacky commercials over the past 34 years. We specialize in cleaning and sealing tile roofs. If your roof went through Hurricane Irma and you don't see any damage, it's still a good idea to have your tile roof inspected to make sure your roof is in good shape. Over the years, we've collected thousands of the old concrete tiles that have never been used, and likely we can match your existing tile that need to be replaced. Please call Papa at 945-2700. That's area code 239-945-2700. License number CCC 1326213.
Got mold?
In your house?
What do I do now?
Call 239-936-1033.
Call Fire Service, your disaster response brings.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's see. Let's go to Kathy. Kathy is, I don't know where Kathy is. She's at work, but are you in Naples, Fort Myers? Where are you, Kathy?
I'm in Naples.
All right. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you're in a PhD. Your associate's degree question starts right now. Kathy, can you name our 2 senators right here from the great state of Florida? Go ahead.
Yes, I can. Rubio and
the other guy.
Scott.
That is right. That is correct. All right, you got an associate's. See if we get a bachelor's degree on this question. The idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are those 3 words?
We the people.
Sorry?
We the people.
That's correct.
Yeah!
All right, she's excited there at work. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this very question. Where is it? All right, there it is. How often do we hold presidential elections? How many years?
Every 4.
Every 4 is correct. All right, you got a master's. We're going to get see if you get a PhD on this very question. How many senators do we have total?
50.
How many?
50.
No, we have 100. We have 100 United States senators across the board. We have 100. All right, well, that's okay. But listen, you got a master's degree today on Drew's College, and it's always a good way to start your day at work.
Thank you.
What are you going to be doing? What do you do, if you don't mind me asking? Or if
I'm a property manager.
Those are the best kind of managers.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, Kathy. Well, you have fun managing properties today, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, and thank you for listening. We appreciate it. Hey, by the way, if you're in Naples or if you're in Fort Myers and you're like, I need something to do next Friday, do this. We're going to have our first Friday. We're calling it our First Friday series. We're going to be out doing the show live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples. That's at the corner of Immokalee Road and Livingston. Just west of I-75. So come out. We start at 6 a.m. They're opening it up at 6 a.m. Grab breakfast, grab coffee, hang out with the show. We'll all be there next Friday at Seed to Table starting at 6 a.m. February 5th.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Why wait for so-called one-time refund relief from big insurance companies when you can get the best prices and coverages all day, every day, all year round from Chapman Insurance Group? Hi, this is Brian Chapman, and my team is committed to finding you the most efficient coverage at the best rates. Give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. I'm confident we can save you money for the same or better coverage. Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda. CIGFlorida.com.
Attention, Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan has been authorized to continue offering the full original MSRP for your trade-in. The factory warned us to end the offer, but after record-breaking sales in 2020, we've been approved to continue running it. If your trade-in is a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, regardless of where you purchased it from, only Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Hundreds of new Nissan models to choose from. All backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite and get full details at naplesnissan.com today. Offers on select models with approved crediting cannot be combined.
It's complicated. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The story still unfolding on Wall Street, pitting market insiders against investors grouping together on social media with a free trading app caught in the middle called Robinhood. Fox's Lillian Wu has the latest live.
Dave, the trading platform taking heat from lawmakers who are opening a probe into all this volatility this week surrounding a handful of stocks, including GameStop, and also from angry investors. At least 2 have filed lawsuits. One in New York claims Robinhood purposefully, willingly, and knowingly unknowingly restricted certain securities transactions. The second suit from Illinois alleges it manipulated its platform. Robinhood said it was simply complying with brokerage firm requirements, such as SEC obligations. Overnight, it managed to raise over $1 billion, and it will allow limited trading on those stocks to resume today. Dave?
And holding GameStop lost nearly half its value yesterday, but after-hours trading saw it shoot up. President Biden will not be taking executive action today. His planned orders on immigration have been delayed.
Let's talk about the avalanche of actions in the first 10 days it's been. President Biden exercising those powers a total of 40 times. 25 of those have been executive orders. Now, some of these orders and actions are already drawing a lawsuit over the deportation moratorium and legislation being offered by Republicans fighting back against the ban on new oil and gas leases.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. As for the criticism for so many executive actions and orders, the president defended them.
Basically, the best way to describe them, to undo the damage Trump has done.
Congress will move forward next week on a $1.9 trillion Corona financial aid package.
Republican leaders have balked at the price tag, but Democratic leaders are preparing to go it alone without Republican support if necessary, using a budget reconciliation process that avoids a 60-vote threshold in the Senate.
Fox's Jared Halpern. America's listening to Fox News.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
Wink News traffic.
Good morning. A couple of alerts for you on I-75. One southbound at mile marker 128 near Alico Road. Heading that direction southbound, you're going to be dealing with major backups because of a crash, possibly blocking just that left-hand shoulder and left-hand lane. Also watching a debris in the roadway alert. That's a traffic cone and some large trash cans apparently in the right-hand lane. Southbound as well, mile marker 119 in Estero, just south of Corkscrew Road, heading down toward Bonita Beach Road. Also in North Fort Myers, we have a crash at Littleton Road in North Tamiami Trail with injuries. And in Collier County, we're watching a crash on Immokalee Road and Sharkway right near Gulf Coast High School with major backups in both directions. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the cold start, a nice rebound, but still cool this afternoon. High temperature of 71 degrees with a lot of sunshine and just a few passing clouds. Another chilly one for your Saturday morning, 40s and 50s, mid-70s with a mixture of sunshine and clouds by the afternoon. Small limited chance of rain on Sunday, but most are fairly quiet, as we will see sunshine and increasing clouds with a high temperature in the mid to upper 70s. Next opportunity for some rain is going to be Monday morning with our next cold front. Scattered showers early, then we dry out and get ready for another dose of some chilly weather Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
It's not the Republican Party versus the Democrat Party.
Talking about what matters.
It's the Republican Party versus an organized crime syndicate.
92.5 Fox News.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is the Florida window factory. Our windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, because we understand Florida weather. With New South Windows, you don't have to sacrifice energy efficiency for storm protection. Our Energy Star rated windows and doors are made with impact and non-impact options, giving you the best of both worlds. New South Window, home of your ultimate Florida window.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get the third free. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I'm an interior designer and I trust Rock Solid.
If you're looking for just the right countertops for your home, the choice is simple. Rock Solid.
I'm a contractor and I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
Whether you're a homeowner or a contractor who wants the finest countertops, choose Rock Solid, a company you can trust.
Rock Solid in the Pink Building, 2240 J&C Boulevard, Naples. Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
New Year's resolutions. We all make them. We all break them. That's why your small business needs more than resolutions. It needs solutions. And you can get them with Comcast Business. Whether you want to work more efficiently with fast, reliable internet and advanced Wi-Fi, make your business safer with powerful cybersecurity solutions, or stay productive with 24/7 support. We've got the solutions you need for your business to get there. So make this year's resolution better solutions. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business bounce forward with an amazing offer from Comcast Business to kick off 2021. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Offer ends 2/7/21. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required.
Are you ready for the very best? Hello, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples, and I invite you to experience the luxury, safety, and satisfaction of driving a new Genesis. Leading in luxury year after year, Genesis is the highest-ranked luxury brand in initial quality 4 years in a row by J.D. Power and received the industry's premier safety ratings. Right now, you can finance the new 2020 G70 with 0% APR or experience the power, intelligence, and efficiency the all-new 2021 G80 offers, a car that automatically adjusts to match your driving style. Looking for elegance? Take it to new heights in the all-new 2021 G90 for effortless performance and precise handling, and brand new to our lineup, the new 2021 Genesis GV80, the new face of young luxury and the first ever SUV for Genesis, in stock and arriving daily. Visit Genesis of Naples on Airport Road or online at genesisofnaples.com.
All offers with approved credit on select models. For JD Power 2020 award info, visit jdpower.com.
Hi, I'm Keith, the owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. And when it comes to hurricane windows and doors, you have two choices: Storm Shield and all the rest. Here's what our client Lauren had to say.
Our windows made a difference in terms of how our house looked. So it looked 30 years old with our old windows. And now that we have our new Storm Shield windows, they look totally different. Our coastal look is coming along. We definitely have other projects to do, but the look alone of these windows has definitely improved our house. We have more energy efficient windows than we had before. It's quiet, and we definitely know in the event of a storm that we're safe and secure.
Storm Shield's windows and doors reduce the exterior noise by up to 80%, and our clients typically see an average energy savings of 40%. Why choose Storm Shield? Because everyone deserves the best. Call us today at 239-491-7002 or visit stormshieldSWFL.com.
This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse, Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader and home of the no closing cost mortgage. No points, no hidden fees, no loan costs, period. If the mortgage you have right now was done prior to COVID-19, you should call us for a free review. At Mortgage Warehouse, we understand how frustrating it can be to make your mortgage payment month after month, and the loan balance just doesn't seem to go down. The payment is mostly interest, but we can help with that. We can combine near record low mortgage rates with our local no closing cost program to improve your mortgage payment right away. You do not have to roll any closing costs into your loan balance to get these ultra low mortgage rates. You can apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com or call 313-5000. That's 313-5000. MortgageWarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154. Equal housing lender.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. We are so glad you're joining us today. 239-479-5592. You can watch at drewsteele.com. Steele has 3 E's, so you can go to the website there. It's mobile friendly, so you can take us with you. Also, facebook.com/Drew Radio. Hey, for the time being, we're there, and YouTube as well. We're almost worldwide, kind of, sort of. There you go. This is going to be a great event that you're not going to want to miss. Florida Citizens Alliance has this 4th annual gala. It's called Celebrating Kids and Country. It's happening in Naples at the Naples Grand Hotel on February 10th. A chance for you to get tickets right now at goflca.com. And one of the people that we will have here in Southwest Florida, and very excited, who's joining us right now, served 36 years in the U.S. Army, original member of Delta Force, Lieutenant General Jerry Boykin, joining us on Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. General Boykin, it's Drew Steele. How are you, sir?
Hey, Drew, I'm well. It's good to be on your program this morning.
Well, we appreciate it. A few minutes, I'll tell you. There's a lot that I could get into, and a lot of things that I would love to dig into, including maybe in just a little bit about, our faith and how important that is, not only in the country but our personal faith and beliefs, and that we can that there's someone in control here. You know, sometimes we have to remember that that there is someone else in control besides the people that walk this earth, and if we can remember that and focus there, that is an important aspect to all of this. But you know, as we do move on in our years here, in this year 2021, after what we had in 2020, and obviously politically, give me an idea of, as you see things happening in D.C. right now, are you surprised? Are you shocked? What are your feelings right now about what's been happening in D.C.?
Well, I was surprised by the election. I thought, and really not so sure that I was wrong, that Donald Trump won the election. I thought he was going to be a shoo-in. I did not anticipate. I think the level of oddities, let's say, that we actually saw. So I was disappointed in the outcome of the election because I thought that he had done very well as the president, and he had certainly been the most pro-life and pro-Israel president, and he'd been very strong in terms of supporting the faith of all faiths, but particularly the Christian faith, and with his executive orders and that type of thing. So I was very disappointed. Now, what I see now is the veil has come off of these Marxists in America. This Marxist movement that has been going on for decades in America has been totally revealed now. They are not trying to hide what they are and what they stand for in any way, and that is frightening because there's never been a successful Marxist model anywhere in the world, and America has stood alone as a constitutional republic and a capitalist economy. And now what we're seeing is an attack on the very foundations of this nation, and it really scares me.
Yeah, it does. It does worry so many for multiple reasons. One, you know, I might even suggest that, you know, the goodness, the morals of the American people, how good we are as a nation, sometimes, I guess, for a lack of a better way of putting it, can come back to bite us in ways because people take advantage of our goodness, of our charity, of who we are as individuals, and those forces that come in to try to convince, for example, even when we're talking about our kids and education, you know, they're trying to convince our family members, our kids, that somehow this country is as founded not as great as we've been told, that they would make this case that we are not a good people, and we've never been, and that too is a struggle for many people. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, and the way that they're approaching that is they are eliminating American history from the curriculum in the public schools.
Yeah.
Now, if you really want to lead us in a direction that is ultimately going to be our demise and our destruction, then you take our history away so that we have a generation or two that don't know where they came from. They don't know the sacrifices that have been made for America, and they believe nothing but the nonsense that is pushed on them in the classroom. And that nonsense is about America being institutionally racist, about America's founding fathers being nothing but a group of racist white men that own slaves, which is just simply not true. I mean, so go back and count the numbers. Count the numbers who actually had or advocated for the whole concept of slavery. Yes, we had slavery, and we had racism in this country, but we have also systematically going about trying to eliminate that. But if you don't know the history, you believe the nonsense, and then as you see today, over 60% of the millennials today say that they are not proud to be Americans. You cannot sustain a country that is as great as America if you don't have a citizenry that is proud to be Americans. And I will tell you, I'm proud to be an American. My generation is proud to be Americans. Mm-hmm. But we have let these young people down. This new millennial generation, we've really let them down.
Lieutenant General Jerry Boykin joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. As you know, we mentioned earlier in the program, Florida Citizens Alliance has their 4th annual gala called Celebrating Kids and Country. It's happening in Naples at the Naples Grand Hotel on February 10th. And General Boykin will be there along with former Senator Jim DeMint and Alveda King, MLK's Jr.'s niece. They will all be there, and we're looking forward to that event. If you want to get tickets, you go to goflca.com. That's goflca.com. You know, as we look at this administration that's in place right now, and, you know, I'm always amazed at how we're told that we have an administration now that is trying to fix the immorality of a former president with the suddenly found morality that the left in this country is bringing us. And Joe Biden, by executive order, is somehow making some of this morality come back into place. Interestingly enough, one of the executive orders yesterday about the Mexico City policy and reintroducing that policy, the U.S. aid funding abortions around the globe. I wonder if you can figure that out, because when I think of morality, that's not what I'm thinking.
I don't think anybody that is being rational about this whole issue of abortion believes that this is a moral act. You know, they cast it in terms of a right to choose. Well, even the most ardent supporters, I just don't believe that they really believe what they're saying. It's simply something they want our society to support. Yeah. But I don't think that they go into the morality depths of the morality of this whole thing. But listen, this president has signed 25 executive orders in his first 10 days. 25, that's a record. That is an absolute record. There's more than Barack Obama, George Bush, Donald Trump. It's incredible. And every one of those reversed a policy that Donald Trump put into place. Yeah. Now, why is that? Well, he is trying to discredit and eliminate everything that is reminiscent of George Bush. And I tell you what we're seeing here, what we're seeing happen is taking our country, I think, ultimately to the precipice of an abyss. And we've got 2 years to decide whether we're going over that edge or not. And that's 2 years to take the House and Senate away from these radicals like the Squad. Yeah, we've got 2 years to do that. We better be ready, because this is probably our one opportunity to turn this thing around.
Yeah, we're in it right now. We're in the 2022 election, especially here in the state of Florida. Some of the things that are being said against this governor here in the state is outrageous, coming from the White House, knowing full well, living here, and even some that visit here in Florida know what we've been able to accomplish, what the governor's been able to accomplish. But that's part of the game. You know, they're going to do that. They're going to try to ding Ron DeSantis as much as they possibly can. But we see what they're doing. But I might ask you this question, maybe in closing. And you know, ultimately, we know we have to get out in 2022 en masse, and we need to vet these candidates that are out there. We need to make sure that we outnumber them when it comes to voting and the kind of capacity that we have to do just that, especially when for the next 18 months, the American people, even Democrats, are going to see things happening with this administration that I'll quite honestly say I don't think they signed up for. A vote against Donald Trump because they, for some reason, hated him as president, I don't think adds up to progressive leftist policies that is being pushed by this administration. I might make the case that there are some Democrats that are that have buyer's remorse. But having said that, there's also two things that I think are very important that I'd like you to speak to. One is, you know, as a Christian, I can tell you that we and my family, we pray for this country every day. We pray for this president. Honestly, I would like to see some change of heart in some directions, but certainly you pray for individuals and you pray for the nation that we would still find favor. But even what we've been able to discuss in conversation, how hard has it been for you individually to even talk to people, whether it is about praying for the nation, whether it is about our faith or even about politically your feelings. How do we remedy all this? Or how have you been able to maneuver this censorship of speech or even the pushback?
Well, you just keep going. You have no choice. Yeah. You have to keep going. You have to keep standing for what you know is right. Look, we are called to stand for biblical truth. All truth emanates from God. And it's just like John Quincy Adams said, he was hammering on and on about abolishing slavery, and they finally censored him. And someone said, "Why do you keep doing this?" And he said, "The outcome is in God's hands. I'm only responsible to do what he's called me to do." That's exactly where each of us is. We are responsible to do what God's called us to do. We may be a voice in the wilderness, but God will use that. We need to understand. I'm going through the book of Jeremiah right now. Here's the weeping prophet, the prophet that had to bring bad news. In order to save his people, he had to bring bad news to them. But he stood boldly, and he did that. He had his weak moments, no doubt, just like all of us will. But ultimately, this is our country that God gave us, that he inspired through those founding fathers, and gave us this constitutional republic. And we need to understand that he does indeed sit on the throne. He does indeed have ultimate control, but he works through us. We are his army, and he works through us. And if we don't stand boldly, if we don't humble ourselves and pray every day, and if we don't stay in his word, then we're not doing what needs to be done for this country and for the kingdom of God right now. That's the end of my sermon.
That's the end of my sermon. Well, I loved it, General Boykin. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate a few minutes of your time. I know here in Southwest Florida, folks will be excited to have an opportunity to hear more from you. The Florida Citizens Alliance 4th Annual Gala celebrating kids and country. That's in Naples at the Naples Grand Hotel, February 10th. Tickets are available right now at goflca.com. That's goflca.com. And I appreciate a few minutes of your time, and we look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much.
It's great being with you. Thank you.
All right. All the best. There he goes. It's, I can't say more. I'll leave it right there. All right. 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak 92.5. Fox News right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. The antidote to the anti-conservatives. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Doesn't the sound of owning a new home have a nice ring to it? What about a new home that's only 15 minutes from downtown Fort Myers? What about a new home only 15 minutes from downtown and priced from the 500s to the 800s? At River Hall, you can own your little piece of the planet with move-in ready homes today from Greenpoint Homes. Your new home is calling, inviting you to live the good life, starting now. And River Hall is where it all starts, a true paradise. River Hall is one of the Gulf Coast's most exclusive master-planned communities, with homes priced from the 500s to the 800s. Upscale country club living complete with a Davis Love III Championship golf course, all waiting for you. Here's to finally finding the perfect place. Here's to home. River Hall is just east of Fort Myers in the River Shores District. Come see model homes now. Visit liveriverhall.com.
Nya nya nya. Ba. Ba. Babue. Zimbabwe. The broken Bunsen burner burns so bright. Southeast Asian Peninsula.
Hey, Jamie?
Yes?
I think the only line we need from you today is drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Cool. I just gotta finish my warm-ups. Foul, throw in the towel. History.
Switch to Progressive today.
Santa ski slalom in a salmon skin suit.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Sam's new project needs a project manager right away if she's gonna manage to hit her deadline.
It took an extra week to get approvals, but they still want the original delivery date. I guess we'll figure something out.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Glenn Beck at 9 and Rush at noon. Right now, it's Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. 239-479-5592 is the talking text line. DrewSteele.com is the website. You know, I don't know if Nancy Pelosi could be any more outrageous. The press questioning her on some of the comments being made about what's been going on there in Congress, and there's some Republicans that are carrying guns, and if they have a gun, well, you know, then they're only up to no good. What? Listen to this. Yesterday, she's talking to the press, and the press asked a question.
What exactly did you mean when you said that the enemy is within?
She said the enemy is within. So here we go. You know, impeachment, Republicans, the enemy within, AOC, and Ted Cruz agreeing on something when it comes to GameStop and Robinhood and what's happening with retail investors as opposed to these hedge funds, and people are outraged, and they seem to agree on all of this, except AOC talking about how, yeah, that's okay. You had people try to murder me, or I mean, some ridiculous statement that she made. And I want to quote her correctly, so it's not fair to be. Let me just, before I finish this, okay. I'm happy to work with Republicans on the issue where there's common ground, but you almost had me murdered 3 weeks ago, so you can sit this one out, talking about Ted Cruz and agreeing with something that she put out with regard to investments. And then Nancy Pelosi says...
What exactly did
it means that we have members of Congress who want to bring guns on the floor and have threatened violence on other members of Congress.
Yeah, okay. Can you give us names? Can you tell us who's threatened violence and who's threatened you with their guns? Did that actually happen? Can you give us names? Can you tell us who it is? No, she always does that. She never gives names. Typical leftist.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, I'm Dave Harmer, founder of First Class Air Conditioning, serving Southwest Florida since 1977. We are in unique times that are requiring all of us to change the way we go about our daily lives. By practicing safe distance measures, we will protect both you, our customers, and our employees. First Class Air Conditioning is open and here to serve you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
First Class Air Conditioning, our name says it all.
It's time to get back outside at the 6th Annual Lovers Key Boat Show, Market, and Seafood Fest. Bonita Springs Rotary invites you to a weekend of seafood, beer garden, boats, arts and crafts, and Florida sunshine. Along with the Friends of Lovers Key, our COVID-safe outdoor event is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 9 to 5. The parking's free, the beer's cold, the shrimp and fish are fresh. Get out of the house. Come on out. Join us in the sunshine and support our local charities. LoversKeyNauticalMarket.com.
Hey, it's Drew Steele from Daybreak. Look, it's been a while since we've taken the show on the road, but we're doing it on Friday, February 5th. We're going to be live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples for our first Friday series. The market's going to be open at 6 a.m. to welcome you. You can grab a cup of coffee, a delicious breakfast. Friday, February 5th, we are on the road again at Oaks Farms Seed to Table, and that's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75 in North Naples. We hope to see you live Friday, February 5th. It's our first Friday series with 92.5 Fox News.
Attention, Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan has been authorized to continue offering the full original MSRP for your trade-in. The factory warned us to end the offer, but after record-breaking sales in 2020, we've been approved to continue running it. If your trade-in is a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, regardless of where you purchased it from, only Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Hundreds of new Nissan models to choose from. all backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite and get full details at naplesnissan.com today. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Come have an exciting offshore fishing adventure and maybe even hook up aboard the Blind Date. Blind Date Charters offers backwaters to offshore fishing and more. Whether you target tarpon, grouper, or snapper, the trip won't disappoint. Captain Tom Katz will provide a first-class experience that'll leave you with memories that last a lifetime. Call Blind Date Charters at 239-810-2473. That's 239-810-2473.
News. I'm Chris Foster. President Biden is not signing any executive orders today, delaying changes to immigration policy. He's signed off on a lot already.
President Biden exercising those powers a total of 40 times. 25 of those have been executive orders. Now, let's compare that to previous presidents. In their first 10 days, Trump had 6, Obama 5, George W. Bush and Clinton 2, HW only 1.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. The president visits wounded troops at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Maryland today. The investing app Robinhood is allowing limited purchases of 13 stocks it had halted, including the video game retailer GameStop and the AMC movie theater chain, after online investors pushed up the price.
They also tried to clarify what happened yesterday, saying it was a risk management decision and was not made on the direction of the market makers we route to. This as it was hit with 2 lawsuits last night alleging Robinhood manipulated its platform.
Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News traffic.
Good morning. A couple of alerts for you on I-75. One southbound at mile marker 128 near Alico Road. Heading that direction southbound, you're going to be dealing with major backups because of a crash, possibly blocking just that left-hand shoulder and left-hand lane. Also watching a debris in the roadway alert. That's a traffic cone and some large trash cans apparently in the right-hand lane. Southbound as well, mile marker 119 in Estero, just south of Corkscrew Road, heading down toward Bonita Beach Road. Also in North Fort Myers, we have a crash at Littleton Road in North Tamiami Trail with injuries. And in Collier County, we're watching a crash on Immokalee Road and Sharkway right near Gulf Coast High School with major backups in both directions. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the cold start, a nice rebound, but still cool this afternoon. High temperature of 71 degrees with a lot of sunshine and just a few passing clouds. Another chilly one for your Saturday morning, 40s and 50s, mid-70s with a mixture of sunshine and clouds by the afternoon. Small, limited chance of rain on Sunday, but most are fairly quiet, as we will see sunshine and increasing clouds with a high temperature in the mid to upper 70s. Next opportunity for some rain is going to be Monday morning with our next cold front. Scattered showers early, then we dry out and get ready for another dose of some chilly weather Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News.
Sports Page. Come for the food, stay for the sports. It's Big Al from Stevie Tomato's Sports Page. Do you feel like you're the forgotten person in this great country, working hard all your life and contributing to this country's greatness, but taken for granted by our politicians' quest for voters? Using their slogan, more taxes will set you free. At Stevie's, you are not forgotten. We love our customers and never want them to feel forgotten. We deliver the value you deserve with our food, service, and pricing. Making our customers feel special is our happiness. As the owner of Stevie Tomatoes, we cater to the forgotten person. Those of you who go about every day doing what it takes for them and their family while contributing to this country's greatness, its culture and values. I personally invite you to allow us to be a small part of what makes you feel special, and we promise to obtain your complete satisfaction. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
January is National Organization Month. Yep, there's a National Organization Month. And of course, it should be now, at the start of the year. A fresh chance to create a little more time, sense, and peace in your everyday.
And that is what our master designers at Closet Factory specialize in. Whether it's your closet, home office, or any part of your home that could be more wonderfully, time-savingly organized, Discover how simple getting more can be.
Talk to Closet Factory, give us a call, or visit closetfactory.com.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn your best price from nearly a dozen highly rated, price-competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote Life. For example, George is 40. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $25 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino. And believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-573-9552. That's 800-573-9552. 800-573-9552. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. DrewSteele.com is the website, mobile friendly. You can watch on your phone or your smart device. DrewSteele.com. Go to the website. Steele has 3 E's. Or Facebook, Facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio as well. And YouTube, it's there. All right, we're going to have Mike Opelka joining us, pureopelka.com in just a second. First, top 5 audio clips of the day, 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5. I'm already feeling like the presentation that we are hearing from you in the briefing room already feels, it is, I trust it, and I also feel like it's too nice.
Oh, she trusts it, and you're just talking to Jen Psaki. There's Rachel Maddow saying, you're just too nice. I trust everything that you're saying, but you're just too nice. You got to hit Republicans harder, more fawning over this administration and Jen Psaki, White House press secretary. But don't worry, she'll circle back.
I'll circle back if there's more I can share with you. I'll circle back with you if there's more to convey. I'll have to just circle back with you.
She's got to circle back.
Number 4.
We'll follow the science. We'll follow the science. Let me say that again.
There have been several CDC studies that have demonstrated that schools are generally safe places to be.
Only 7 in-school infections of students that took place, with case rates in schools 37% lower than in the surrounding community.
I think one of the studies you're talking about, just released yesterday, found that the risk of transmission in the classroom was minimal, and I was really struck by the fact that it was so much lower than the surrounding community.
Hey, we are following the science there. Joe Biden says you guys to follow the science, opening schools. Well, there's the science. All the science is saying open the schools. Are you following the science? No.
Number 3.
What exactly did you mean when you said that the enemy is within? What exactly did you mean?
It means that we have members of Congress who want to bring guns on the floor and have threatened violence on other members of Congress. Yes, sir.
What? So Nancy Pelosi, the enemy is within. The enemy is within here. And a reporter's like, well, what did you mean by that? That members of the GOP want to bring their guns in and they've been making threats. So Can you identify exactly what the threat is, and is it against your life, and did they threaten that they're going to use the gun, and can you identify that person? Because I'm sure there's some people that would like to know, unless of course you're just throwing out there all of this rhetoric because you're Nancy Pelosi and that's what the left does, and nobody's going to follow up on it.
Number 2.
Make no mistake about it. You are going to see a great deal of regulatory scrutiny. It's just a function of whether or not they apply it evenly to the kind of the legacy establishment guys and the new guys.
The new guys? Wait a minute. We're going to have regulatory scrutiny against the new guys? What is that? That was a professor who was talking about this whole GameStop issue and Robin Hood and everything that's going on. And we got to get regulation in there. That's what we have to do. And some might say, wait a minute, retail was doing what the hedge fund guys were doing, and now you're upset because they played your game and they played it better than you, and now all of a sudden it's... Wait, hold on a second.
Number 1.
And we never needed nursing home beds because we always had hospital beds. So it just never happened in New York, where we needed to say to a nursing home, we need you to take this person even though they're COVID positive. It never happened.
Never happened, everybody. There's Andrew Cuomo just explaining that nursing homes didn't take COVID-19 positive patients. Never happened, even though, it did happen. And as a matter of fact, the Attorney General's report showing that they downplayed the deadly impact of the virus. And then you've got Dr. Howard Zucker, who is the New York State Health Commissioner, saying, the number is about 13,000, a staggering number of cases, and it's awful.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
And I hate to start a Friday like this, Mike Opelka, pureopelka.com. I hate to do it, but let's be honest. If we're talking about what Andrew Cuomo did and the numbers there, it's outrageous, and he's got to be held accountable. Oh, is he there? I don't hear him.
No?
Oh, there he is. Now you're here.
No,
Hi.
you didn't hear me? You didn't hear that? I played a little Cuomo for you.
No, I didn't hear the Cuomo. All I hear is your voice. I'm sorry. But now I hear you, so that I feel much better.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. No, I was rememberizing, as my young nephew used to say.
Yeah.
I put my head on the pillow at night, saying I saved lives.
Oh my gosh!
It's too good, right?
I put my head on the pillow at night, saying I saved lives.
It's great.
It's awful. It's not great. It's awful. I mean, it's great, but it's awful.
Do you remember his acceptance speech when he won his Emmy?
Do you have it?
Of course I do. He won an Emmy for daily press briefings. That's how sycophantic the media is to these Democrats. This was part of his acceptance speech.
I wish I could say that my daily COVID presentations were well choreographed, scripted, rehearsed, or reflected any of the talents that you advance. They didn't. They offered only one thing: authentic truth and stability.
Oh my.
Kind of 180 degrees away from authentic truth, if you're asking me and Janice Dean and anyone else who lost family members to the guidance of this Bobo.
And, and I brought this up earlier, and, I played a little montage, and I'm sure you've heard it before, the montage that the great Tom Elliott at Grabian put out of his supercut of the Hollywood elites and media fawning over him and talking about this who is it, Jimmy Fallon and others. There's a love affair going on between us, and we just love Andrew Cuomo and how. But that is really part of the reason why that this kind of thing happens. He not only will there be some kind of spin and something that will happen to show that Andrew Cuomo either didn't know or he's still up for sainthood and everything else, and there's nothing to see here. But if he were to run again, he'd win. He would absolutely win, probably by a landslide in the state, which shows you what Democrats think and what they care about. It's like, okay, but I wish it was different, but I'm not sure it would be.
It's party over truth at this point, and it's really disturbing. The only thing this might do is put the kibosh on any hopes he has of a presidential run. And I really think that was in the works until the party said, no, we're going to need a puppet. You're too much of an independent thinker. We need a guy we can put our hand up his back and move his mouth. So, if God forbid Joe has to, come down with some disease and retire, as he told us he might, and we get Kamala, which ultimately is much worse than Joe Biden, I am betting the party starts looking at Cuomo.
That's a great observation, and I never thought about that before. The fact that that maybe the party knew. Well, the party always wanted a puppet, and Cuomo wasn't going to be the puppet. But maybe they also thought, boy, is he vulnerable if people really did start to explore and look into, and probably couldn't hide the cases in nursing homes of COVID because it was there, and maybe they knew it all along, which again goes back to this issue of, my goodness, what are they willing to do for party to, I guess, I think 4 years of the Trump administration and Russia collusion hoax and a lot of other things probably explain pretty well what they're...
At least Cuomo gave us clarity on this 2 days ago.
Incompetent government kills people.
That's true. All right, some of the other things. Hey, how you doing with your GameStop stock there? Stop and stock and.
Well, you talked to my buddy Jonathan Honig, the capitalist pig, yesterday.
Yeah, sure did.
And Jonathan's got me into stocks. He's been very good for me. And I got some chicken stock. I got some beef stock.
Come on now. Look at it.
I tell you,
I get a little of that.
I'm gonna be a billionaire. Good evening. Your next act. No, I find this fascinating.
Me
this
too.
Whole story.
Me too.
And yesterday, Rush Limbaugh broke it down brilliantly and drew the parallel to how this happened and why it parallels what the left and the establishment did to Donald Trump. And these were ultimately outsiders, rogues who broke in and figured out the code. They figured out the passcode to wealth in the system, and they worked the system exactly the way the hedge funds did.
Yep.
And the hedge funds guys didn't like it at all.
Nope. And just to give you an idea of how some people are talking about it, Bloomberg yesterday had in one of their tweets, as they put out what they're going to be talking about during the day, their headline was "Stock Insurrection Goes Global." Stock insurrection. Got to have that word in there. It's an insurrection.
Well, it technically it was.
Yeah, kind of. But
it's just fascinating to me. And the most curious thing about it is, did you notice Elizabeth Warren's take on this?
Yes, I did.
What a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't have a problem. She's going to take the side of the hedge fund people on this one, not the people. If anyone understands now really what the Democrat Party is all about, it's not about the people. It's about the politics.
Right. Yeah. It's unbelievable what has come out and what we've come to discover about you could talk about the markets and how free are these markets, the marketplaces and how manipulated they are, and once you have just retail folks just sitting at home that have an idea. I brought this up, by the way, a little earlier, and just before we move on, a little perspective as I was talking to some folks yesterday about this. I thought to myself, why is it that GameStop was the stock? Because there are other stocks that were negative short stocks as well, heavily, in the same kind of way that GameStop was. Dillard's and Bed Bath & Beyond and others that you can look at that were the same kind of negative shorts, and they could have done it with those stores as well. But I think the reason why they did with GameStop, and the one thing that hasn't been talked about with it, this aspect of it, is that there was an emotional attachment. These millennials, they shopped at GameStop all the time. I've got nephews that would stay in line to get the latest game at GameStop. It was something that there was an emotional attachment to it. And so it was like, no, you're not bringing this. You can't tell me every GameStop store is going to close. We got to do something about it. And I think that was part of it, this emotional attachment, and how many things that we have in our life that are like that kind of.
Well, you nailed it. And I hate to reference George Romero's classic Dawn of the Dead, the sequel to the 1980 or 1967 Night of the Living Dead. But in Dawn of the Dead, the zombies had come back to life, and they were all coming to a mall where 6 people had managed to get in and lock the doors. And at one point, one of the panicked survivors goes, "Why are they coming here? Why? Why?" And the very calm leader of the group, the cool black dude, goes, "This was a place that was important to them while they were alive."
Oh, you see?
You've nailed it. It's the same thing. But there's also sort of a beautiful Sophoclean irony at play here, that these guys who depended on this brick and mortar retailer for so much distraction in their youth are now able to make a lot of money. I was in a Best Buy yesterday picking up a cable for something, and the guy waiting on me goes, "Hey, you know anything about GameStop?" And I say, "I know a little." He goes, "I made 70 grand last week on it." I went, "What? Yeah. He bought in at $4 a share, had a couple hundred shares. Wow. And flipped it at, I think he said it was like 300 when he flipped it.
Wow. Well, I would completely agree with you if I had an idea what Sophocleal meant. But moving on, Mike Opelka joining us. PureOpelka.com is the website. I had something I wanted to touch on before we leave, but we're not ready to leave yet. Any other headlines that have caught your fancy? What's caught your fancy today?
Well, while we're talking about the gamers, I think there's a really heartening story about this one super gamer called Ninja. He's one of these people that makes a living playing video games. Yeah. And he was saying, look, it's not my job, because they were asking him about online discussions and things. He said, I don't want to police racism and sexism online. Parents need to do a better job of teaching their kids how to be better humans. And I thought, there's hope for these people.
Yeah, there is. How many times have we said that and thought that, and somebody would say it is a good thing. All right, I got to play some audio. You ready?
Yep.
All right, this is here we go. Listen up.
I'm Yule Gibbons. I'm gathering part of my breakfast. These are high bush cranberries, delicious with grape nuts. As an author of 5 books on natural foods, I can recommend Post Grape Nuts. This crunchy cereal is made from natural ingredients, wholesome wheat and barley.
There's a shortage of grape nuts due to the pandemic.
Of course there is.
But wait a minute. No. Grape nuts is like eating gravel. Like who's clamoring for grape nuts so much that the pandemic is holding back grape nuts?
You got millions of people trapped at home. They're eating horribly. They're constipated. And, there was an SNL sketch called Colon Blow.
Yeah.
That had a cereal years ago that had a similar effect. But the ultimate irony here, and you're probably completely unaware of it.
Yeah.
How did Yule Gibbons die?
From grape nuts? Was it like when Mikey from Life Cereal died from eating Pop Rocks? What was it?
No, that never happened. Mikey was a radio salesperson in New York City. I know, I worked with him. Yule Gibbons died because his stomach rotted away from taking too many aspirin. So Mr. Healthy Diet basically had a horrible condition because he took too many aspirin. And you got to be, so all that goldenrod and wild cranberries and grape
and cattails. Apparently, I didn't know you could eat cattails. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't recommend that. But
you got to follow. The modern Yule Gibbons is a guy named Creek Stewart. He's on the Weather Channel. He hosts a show called Could You Survive? And he can tell you, he can be dumped in the middle of the tundra and he can survive. He was showing me how to boil water using saran wrap and about 3 ounces of water and the sun. How to start a fire using that.
What? Did you try it?
Yeah, it works. It works. It absolutely works. But he was the guy behind Fat Guys in the Woods. He's just the most amazing survival trainer. His motto is, it's not a matter of if, but when. And your kid, your son.
Oh, my son.
He would totally dig the projects that he comes up with.
Yeah, my son's new thing, for those that are watching drewsteele.com and you're wondering what it is, my son's new thing is herping. You know what herping is?
I don't know what herping is.
It says,
I do know. I know, because he wants to be a herpetologist.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he goes around. So we do this every night now. This is his thing. I get in the car and here we go. He takes his mega flashlight 4000. I don't know what it is. All I know is that it's blinding, and it's probably blinding the animals and fish underwater and everything else. It's so bright. And we go out and we drive to the most remote places we can find in my neighborhood. And he goes and turns over rocks and things, and he's looking for snakes or anything that crawls. And we're doing it every night. And I told him, just don't call me a snake, because PETA says you're not allowed to anymore.
Yeah, just Dad, you're a jerk. Yeah, that'll work fine. That's coming.
But it's true. That's what he's doing.
Have him check out Creek. The projects, you guys will love it.
Okay, I'll do that. By the way, chicken, you have to chicken instead of coward, rat instead of snitch, snake instead of jerk, pig instead of repulsive, and sloth instead of lazy. And the first thing I thought of when I looked at all of that is every one of those is delicious, I think. Except the sloth.
I've never had sloth.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to know if we can still say the word that rhymes with wussy and starts with a P.
Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. Mike Opelka says we gotta go. And with that, we gotta go. Well, thank you for PJing yourself, I think.
I love you. Mean it.
Yeah, I know. Goodbye. All right, let's find out how the remainder of the forecast is shaping up with Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt.
For today, mostly sunny, 71. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, 75 on Saturday. And then a small and limited chance of rain on Sunday with sunshine and increasing clouds. High